You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat. Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Hi, this is Larry Berkins of Berkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Berkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Berkins at Berkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BerkinsChevy.com.
For over 50 years, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, 259-6546.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat Football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate, call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
We live in the small towns of North Florida, and we deserve only the finest in healthcare. We're fortunate to have that right here in McClenny at Ed Frazier Memorial Hospital. Here, we receive personalized treatment options that focus on wellness. It's reassuring to know that our doctors are just as qualified as larger hospitals, and our medical technology is the best available. Ed Frazier Memorial Hospital at Baker County Medical Services. The best part? They treat you like family.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen, St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat Football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate, call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
We live in the small towns of North Florida, and we deserve only the finest in healthcare. We're fortunate to have that right here in McClenny at Ed Frazier Memorial Hospital. Here, we receive personalized treatment options that focus on wellness. It's reassuring to know that our doctors are just as qualified as larger hospitals, and our medical technology is the best available. Ed Frazier Memorial Hospital at Baker County Medical Services. The best part? They treat you like family.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat.
For over 50 years, dependable heating and air conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for dependable heating and air conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's dependable heating and air conditioning, 259-6546.
Hi, this is Larry Berkins of Berkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Berkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Berkins at Berkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BerkinsChevy.com.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Hi, this is Larry Berkins of Berkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Berkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Berkins at Berkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BerkinsChevy.com.
For over 50 years, dependable heating and air conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for dependable heating and air conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's dependable heating and air conditioning, 259-6546.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat Football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate, call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
We live in the small towns of North Florida, and we deserve only the finest in healthcare. We're fortunate to have that right here in McClenny at Ed Frazier Memorial Hospital. Here, we receive personalized treatment options that focus on wellness. It's reassuring to know that our doctors are just as qualified as larger hospitals, and our medical technology is the best available. Ed Frazier Memorial Hospital at Baker County Medical Services. The best part? They treat you like family.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Welcome to Baker High Wildcats Football. And now, Baker High Wildcats Football.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Baker County Wildcat Football right here on 97.5 WFBB. Coming to you live tonight from Brunswick, Georgia. Mike Cruz and Jackie Baker set to bring you all the action, Wildcat Football 2022. And Jackie, as we get ready to call this football game tonight, we'll set it up in just a moment. But, gosh, I don't know if we've ever started a game at 9:15 or 9:20 p.m. Eastern Time. What about you, especially on a Saturday night?
It is past my bedtime, I'm going to tell you. So if you hear a yawn here or there, just ignore it. I'm getting a little older, Mike. About 9:30 kickoff time right now is what we're slated for. And about 10 o'clock, man, I'm going to start yawning and may even doze off.
Hey, our halftime prediction should be easy tonight, though, if we can call some college football games from today, since we already know the outcome.
I feel like we're on the West Coast.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome. Sit back and listen in to some Wildcat football tonight. Exciting event that is being put on by a couple of different folks from the Northeast Florida area and then the Southeast Georgia area, as we're here at Brunswick and getting ready for the Wildcats to take on Richmond Hill. Richmond Hill, a team from Savannah, a team that participates in 6A here in Georgia, a team that's 2-1 on the year, and, Jackie, a team that's also called the Wildcats.
Yeah, what a great event this is. You know, you talked about it, Border Classic, Florida-Georgia Clash. What a neat event. You know, it was 7 games, 7 scheduled games, 7 teams from South Georgia, 7 teams from North Florida, and we're going to battle it out and see what it's all about, Mike. And so far, the Georgia teams have kind of handed it to Florida a little bit, you know, up 4-2 going into this game. So we're hoping the Wildcats can pull out a big win for not only Baker County, but for the state of Florida.
Yeah, and Florida's going to come out on the losing end of this, because unless the Wildcats could win, and that would count as 2 games, this is the last game of the event. So the last game tonight, the Wildcats kind of getting the chance to kind of showcase things here at the very end of this, coming to you from Glenn County Stadium in Brunswick, Georgia. And Wildcats have made their way out tonight. Jackie going to wear some black jerseys with white pants and black helmets. Wildcats sporting a 1-0 record right now. Just a little bit away here from getting into the district schedule. We'll talk about that as the broadcast goes along tonight. But great win last week against Oakleaf at home for the Wildcats. Facing a team tonight, I mentioned they're also called the Wildcats, facing a team that's 2-1 on the year. This Richmond Hill team coming to you from Savannah, a 6A team, a team that we don't know a lot about. You know, that's the thing when you play these games against teams from another area. You don't know a ton about them, but what we do know, well-coached, disciplined football team, probably going to run the football a lot between the tackles. We're going to see that tonight. Excited to see, you know, our brand of football against a brand of football that we don't normally get a chance to see. Right before this, we had a chance to watch, you know, St. Augustine face off against Coffee County in Georgia, a really competitive game. St. Augustine fought with them down to the wire, and tough loss for them. But I tell you, like you said, you know, get a chance to see. And honestly, you don't really know these matchups, you know, team to team that well. So, you know, getting 2 wins against Georgia getting 4 wins against us. We had some really quality teams in this event. Madison County was here. Bowles was here. You know, St. Augustine I just mentioned. So Baker County getting a chance on the spotlight. You know, folks at home, I know if you happen to be listening in on the radio, that's great. This game, I think, will also be broadcast on Channel 4 tonight, so you'll have a chance to watch at least the first quarter on the air, and then they've got a deal with Channel 4 where you'll have to switch over to their internet service after 10 o'clock because their local news programming will take over. So if you have a chance and you're watching on Channel 4 and you wonder where the game goes at that point in time, it'll go over to the internet, so you can just go to newsforjacks.com and follow those instructions there and go from there. So Fitzgerald, Madison County, Fitzgerald got that 20-12 win. Coffee and St. Augustine 34-14, and then Richmond Hill, these Wildcats taking on the Wildcats from Richmond Hill. And let's just talk about what we want to see from our Wildcats, because, Jackie, I mentioned we're going to start district play here shortly, and we lead into that. District play is so important. Wildcats 1-0 right now, but we haven't faced a district team. Just want to see some more progression. You know, you saw Davion Dean get in at the quarterback spot last week, and what a game for him. You know, really first game kind of taking over as the quarterback for this Wildcat football team, quarterback of the future. Just a sophomore, some other sophomores making some big time on that, you know, in the game action and everything else. So we talked about this, that we've got a young group of guys. There are some older guys. We've got some older guys on the roster, but as far as the talent that's going to move us to the next level over the next couple of years, a lot of young guys in that mix. So it was good to see them get a hard-fought win last week against Oakleaf and gain some experience.
Yeah, I mean, you talked about Davion Dean coming in at quarterback, Mike, but let's talk about what he did on the defensive side of the ball. Comes up with a huge interception there to open that game against Oakleaf, ended up with 2 interceptions on the night. So both sides of the football, you know, we talked about it a little bit before that Oakleaf game. We have been lucky and blessed enough here to the last probably 10 years where we've had guys that we didn't need you on every snap. You were allowed to go in and just play offense, or allowed to go in and just play defense, and maybe a specialty package here or there that you'd see the other side of the football. But this year is one of those years. This is going to be an old-school style of play for Baker County, a little Iron Man football where you're going to see the best athletes on the field and not see a lot of subs when at the change of possession. And we saw that with Davion Dean. Your starting quarterback is also your starting safety, and did a good job. But it was good just seeing the whole team. We talked about how young they are and experienced they are, but you could see the maturity. You could see them grow in every quarter last week in that Oakleaf game, and I'm excited about where they take that.
Yeah, in the old days, you saw that all the time. You know, the best players on the field would play both ways, and you would see that, you know, year in, year out, and Wildcat football is no stranger to that. But in the past several years, we've had the luxury of being able to play offensive guys just on offense and defensive guys just on defense. Well, with the young group that we've got, you're going to see a lot of that. And you said it, Davion had a couple of interceptions in the first part of that game last week, made a huge impact on the defensive side of the ball as well as quarterback. So just a couple of minutes away from the kickoff here tonight, we're going to take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football here on 97.5 WFBB.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage, or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim, and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcats.
Wildcats will get the ball to open up the ball game here. Going to get a touchback. We'll start from our own 20-yard line. Captains for tonight's game, Cam Smith, number 1 for these Cats, number 13, Orlando Holland, captain on this team, number 56, Hunter Nordstrom, and number 34, Avery Spurlock, captains for the Wildcat football team tonight. Cam Smith will get the start at running back. First down and 10 from the 20-yard line as the Wildcats get set to go here. First play from Brunswick, Georgia here tonight against Richmond Hill. First down and 10. Wildcats send Dean to the quarterback spot, and he's going to keep it and fumble the football and get it back himself as he's hit by the linebacker from Richmond Hill. And I tell you what, a good play by 46, the linebacker. He came up and spied Dean on the play, and the Wildcats lose a couple of yards.
Yeah, just a little speed option play that time. Fake to Kanias Williams, and Davion and Cam Smith were going to try to get outside and run the option, and Richmond Hill was ready for it.
They were ready for that play. Second down, straight shotgun snap here. It's going to be second down, a throw across the middle, and almost a catch made by the Wildcats out at midfield. He was looking for the receiver there, right at midfield, broken up by Richmond Hill.
Yeah, it looked like Cam Smith from the slot receiver spot there. Well thrown ball this time by Davion Dean, and that's one that we're going to wish we had back.
Third down now for the Cats. Going to be third down and long, looking at about third down and 12. Unfortunate situation there, as it looked like we might have a catch out at midfield, now facing a third and long. Third and 13. The snap doesn't get back to Dean. He's going to be hitting the backfield now, trying to scramble out of there. gets himself up around the 24-yard line, and the Wildcats will face a fourth down and punt the football away on their first possession.
Definitely not the way you want to start this game. Third and long situation there, and you called it just an errant snap, and Dean does what he can do with it. But the Wildcats are going to be forced to punt here.
This defense was so solid a week ago, forced 8 turnovers in that game, Jackie. We mentioned a couple of turnovers by Dean early in the game, and 8 total last week against that Oakleaf team, which helped spur the Wildcats on to that victory. A tough, hard-fought victory against a tough, hard-fought Oakleaf football team in that ball game. And I got to tell you, man, that one was a special win for the Wildcats. But I tell you, it took 8 turnovers for the Wildcats to get that win. My goodness.
Yeah, that was definitely. I mean, it was back and forth. We had our own fair share of turnovers as well, and just a sloppy, wet game, and the Wildcats were able to come out victorious.
Richmond Hill going to get good field position to start the game at the 45-yard line of the Cats. Punt went out of bounds right there. They're going to take the ball and run it straight ahead, first down play, and get a couple of yards on first down as the Wildcat defense collapses there. See a couple of Wildcats in there on the tackle. Makai Mosley around the ball. Second down and about 8.
Yeah, good job that time by the guys up front, Mike. Richmond Hill going to come out and just run a little read option there. And the defensive line, again, a young group of guys there, but able to pick him up for a short gain.
Second down 8. They're going to hand the football off again. Richmond Hill, I told you they were going to run the football between the tackles. They've got some big bruising backs, and he's going to bruise his way down close to a first down around the 35-yard line. As Richmond Hill, you see the hill on the side of their helmets tonight. They're wearing the all-white jerseys, all-white, a little bit of gray in their pants, and then the black numerals, number 2 with the black helmet, the Wildcats in the black jerseys with the white pants and the black helmet. First down and 10 for Richmond Hill. They're going to throw the ball now, throw it deep down the left sideline. A man was open over there, but the quarterback throws it over everybody's head. It's going to be incomplete. It'll be second and 10.
Yeah, that time it looked like Makai Mosley coming in from that outside linebacker spot had a shot at the quarterback, so made him throw it a little earlier than he wanted to, and lucky break there by the Wildcats. So this defense trying to get a stop here. You saw the running back there, Zion Gillard, which Oakleaf's running back, Devin Outlaw, a kid that kind of pounded us all game, Mike, and then that defense finally came into their own.
Just underway here from Brunswick, Georgia. They're going to run a little play out to the right side, trying to get around the corner with Gillard, and that's going to be a third down coming up, third down and 8, only a gain of maybe 1 on the play. Call it 3rd and 9.
Yeah, another just a great play. This defensive line looked like Jason Roden that time in on the tackle. You talked about it last week, Mike. I have a hard time with these numbers, trying to see down exactly who's making the play.
Yeah, it's hard.
That actually like Seth Chestnut.
When you're a long way from the action. This time, though, the quarterback's going to find a receiver down inside the 10-yard line. He dropped back to throw, threw it immediately, had a guy open inside the 10, flag down on the play. Let's check and see what the flag is.
And by Orlando Holland, clapping motion, I'm going to hope it's holding here on Richmond Hill.
That's what we got to hope here. Legal man downfield is going to be the call, and that's going to be a break for the Wildcats, as Richmond Hill would have been set up first and goal. Now move them back, and the Cats defense catches a break with the penalty.
Huge break that time, because you're right. We saw Oakleaf have a little success with that passing game, kind of the mid-range passing game. And that time, that's exactly what Richmond Hill came out and delivered. So, obviously, they've watched their film on this Wildcat defense. Going to try to mix it up here and see if we can't come up with a huge turnover.
Puts them in 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 from the shotgun. Straight drop for the quarterback. Fires one over to the right side, going to be incomplete, and the Wildcats are going to force a stop for their own on their first possession of the night for this Richmond Hill Wildcat football team. Wildcats going against Wildcats here tonight, and if we can catch a break here and maybe get a touchback on this short punt and get the ball back at the 20. You don't want to lose the field position battle early, and right now the Cats in danger of that, depending on where this punt ends up. He's only going to be right at midfield to kick this thing away. Both teams 3 and out on their first possession here to start the football game. Going to be a kick that's going to go out of bounds on the far sideline, so we won't get pinned deep here, and it's actually going to benefit the Wildcats. My goodness, it's going to be all the way out near the 30-yard line on a bad punt, I would say that Richmond Hill's coaching staff would call that a poor punt. Only about a 12-yard net gain on that punt as it goes upfield for just maybe 12 yards down to the 28-yard line. So the Cats offense, second opportunity here. Davion Dean at quarterback. He's going to come out with Cam Smith. We're going to split two receivers to the right side, one to the top of the field. That's the short side of the field, and here we go. From the 28, going to be a straight give. No, Davion Dean fakes the handoff up the middle, and Dean's got room to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, and Davion Dean into Richmond Hill territory and gets hit along the sideline down there, all the way down to the 38-yard line of Richmond Hill. Nice play fake at the line of scrimmage by Dean as he gets down the sideline for big yardage.
Oh, that was a great read by Davion Dean, but it looks like a flag's going to bring us back, Mike. Man, it's all holding on the Wildcats here.
And the Wildcats don't like the call. Coach May is not happy with that call, and the Wildcats are going to come all the way back. That was a huge gain for the Cats. It would have given them a 34-yard gain across midfield into Richmond Hill territory, all for naught, as the penalty is going to wipe it out.
Oh, man, that's heartbreaking. Davion Dean, that's what he brings to the table, Mike. You saw him show off that arm a little bit on the last series, and this time using his legs, and was going to pick up a huge gain. But a holding call is going to negate that, as Richmond Hill was keying in on Cam Smith that time, and Davion was able to pull it and pick up big yardage.
Wildcats lose 5 yards back to the 23, so it's going to be first down from there. Dean going to throw the ball, going to fire one deep down the right sideline, looking for his receiver over there, and a catch is going to be made right at midfield. A lot of contact between the corner and the receiver over there, and the Wildcats, that's Silas Roden, and Silas Roden's going to get the big catch right at midfield and a first down for the Cats.
Oh, what a great catch by Silas Roden this time. Davion Dean just puts one up there.
A wobbler.
And Silas Roden, he's able to go up and get that football. So a great catch that time by Silas Roden.
Running play in the middle of that defense is not going to be for much. Kanias Williams gets the carry this time. Sophomore running back for this Wildcat football team. Two sophomores in the backfield. Your quarterback and one of the running backs that's featured. And the Cats only pick up a yard there. It'll be second down and 9. Quickly back to the shotgun. The Wildcats trying to go with a little tempo here. Going to run the football to the right side. This is Cam Smith, and Cam Smith got it around the corner to the 35, and he's deep down inside Richmond Hill territory and close to breaking that one for a big touchdown run. He gets tackled around the 24-yard line, and another first down for the Cats, who are moving the ball on this possession.
Oh, my goodness. Looked like the cornerback there. Cam Smith just put a little wiggle on him there and left him on his knees.
First down and 10 Cats from the 24 of Richmond Hill. Davion Dean, again, two backs in the backfield. That's Williams and Smith. Kanias Williams gets the carry, and he's got a hole that breaks open, and it's going to be a 24-yard touchdown run, and the Cats are going to strike first here against Richmond Hill on the road in Brunswick, and the Cats are on top 6-0.
Kanias Williams, I mean, you talk about it sometimes, Mike, hitting your head on the goalpost. Kanias Williams just had one of those. That hole opened up again, keying in on Cam Smith, and Kanias Williams takes it right up the middle, untouched, for a 25-yard touchdown.
Well, when a quarterback is good at running that play action or that little, the RPO nowadays, I don't even know what the official title is, but the fake at the line of scrimmage drew the linebackers up to Davion Dean and just allowed that hole to open in the middle of that defense. And Kanias Williams said, hey, you're going to give me a hole like that, I'm taking it to the house. 7-0 as Blake Mays adds the extra point. Let's take a 30-second timeout. Wildcats on top, 7-0. 8 minutes to go, first quarter. Just underway here, and the Wildcats strike first. We'll be back. You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 WFBB.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
And we welcome you back here to Brunswick, Georgia. Site of tonight's matchup in this Florida-Georgia Border Classic between several teams from the Florida area and several teams from the Georgia area. and the Wildcats doing battle with Richmond Hill. Richmond Hill going to get this kickoff and take over around the 38-yard line, their own 38-yard line, first down and 10. Handoff, straight give this time to the main feature back. That's Gillard, and he's going to get out to the 41-yard line, a gain of maybe 3 on the play.
And the Wildcat defense thought they were going to have a fumble on that play, it looked like, Mike. So Wildcats strike first. Richmond Hill looks like they're going to try to ride the back of Zion Gillard here, 215-pound running back. I mean, he's a hoss back there, but so far this Wildcat defense handling their own.
Second down, call it 7. They're going to run the football again. That's what they primarily like to do, and the Wildcat defense collapses, makes a good play. Maybe a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 5 for Richmond Hill upcoming. Jackie, I know we were talking during the break, and we had a couple of people saying, hey, man, the TV is a little bit ahead of where you guys are on delay. But listen, when the Internet world took over, that's what happened. So you get a situation where, you know, the TV stream is probably going to be a little bit ahead, especially if you're listening on TuneIn or if you're listening through one of the other apps. Our radio might be behind it. The best option there is if you have the ability to turn on 97.5 and listen in with the TV, you might get closer. But either way, third down play, the Wildcats get a huge stop here, and they're going to force another punt from Richmond Hill.
My man Orlando Holland and Jason Roden just converge on the quarterback that time for a huge loss. They're on third down, Mike, and this Wildcat defense, man, they came to play. My goodness. Guys flying all over the field.
Really, the defense, you know, the reason why the Wildcats got that big win last week, you know. Cam Smith broke a big one late in the game for a big touchdown run that sealed it. But I tell you, the way that defense played football last week against Oakleaf was the primary reason that we got that win at home. And I tell you, that's showing up again here tonight. Defense wins. And I tell you, what do they always say, Jackie? Defense travels. Wildcats come up field to punt around the 30-yard line, and they'll take it from there, first down and 10, as Cam Smith back there on punt return duties, and we'll have it first and 10 from right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it, Mike, at the beginning of the season. When we say a young team, inexperienced team, I mean, it's all over the field, but that defense was really hit hard. I mean, 9 starters that you had to replace this year. So, I mean, this coaching staff for this Baker County team doing an excellent job with those guys. We talked about the better they got, and now they come out tonight and flying all over the football field against this good Richmond Hill team and force a couple 3-and-outs here and allow that offense to go down and score.
Wildcats with the early lead, 7-0 in this ballgame. We'll keep it here, talk a little bit about the upcoming schedule for these Cats. Jackie, we were talking about it before the broadcast tonight. We had lots of time to talk about things before the broadcast. The 4 o'clock game that was scheduled to play here in Brunswick was delayed. There was some weather. I know if you were in McClenny, you probably felt the impact. Until after 6 o'clock tonight and didn't end on time. This game was originally scheduled to start at 7:30 tonight, so here we are at almost 9:30 Eastern before this game gets kicked off. But either way, exciting night for Wildcat fans making the trip up to Brunswick, and it's always good to go see how you match up against teams from other areas. But Jackie, next week is going to start the season in earnest for this Wildcat football team. And, you know, you get a chance to play at home next week in a district contest. You know, Baldwin this year, by virtue of the way the changes happen with Metro and Suburban this year, Baldwin's going to be a district team for us this year, and we're going to be facing them at home next week. So exciting time for this Wildcat team as we get back to the action here.
Yeah, you called it. I mean, a different looking district for us, you know, when they do the Metro Suburban thing, kind of split everybody up a little bit. So district matchups against Baldwin, West Nassau, and Yulee. Can't say that I've ever seen that district for Baker County, but nonetheless, we're going to start district play next week, so this one a good tune-up game.
Tune-up game. Davion Dean in the shotgun, going to fire one downfield, and he overthrows the intended receiver. Might have had a man over here on the sideline, but I tell you, Jackie, you're exactly right. You know, those districts, there was a time back in the, you know, early years of my doing these broadcasts, and we talked about it last week with the number of years we've been on this radio broadcast. I remember Fernandina Beach being in the district and teams like that, but Callahan, I don't recall Callahan ever being in our district. Baldwin, a little bit smaller population school, not in our district before, so a little bit different look and feel this year for this Wildcat team as they play in that suburban region. and it'll be exciting down the stretch. Davion Dean, a couple of throws here, a little high, a little overthrows, and hasn't been able to connect with the receivers on this possession. Wildcats maintain that 7-0 lead with 5:20, but we're going to have to punt one away.
Yeah, just sailed those last couple throws there, and wishing he probably had those back. Ball's probably still a little slick. You called it. It's been raining all day.
All day. Punt goes down, taken right around the 38-yard line, around the same place that Richmond Hill put it in play last time, and they'll take it there 1st and 10. We've got 5:14 to go in the first quarter of play. Wildcats on top by 7-0. I know a lot of folks probably getting the benefit of being able to watch this game on TV, so that's something you don't see every day either. We have had the YouTube live streams that we've been able to have when we have the home games back at Memorial Stadium, but a different experience tonight, so I know the players probably excited about the fact that they get to be showcased on live television tonight. 1st down and 10, call it the 39-yard line. Richmond Hill straight give to the running back again. He pounds his way ahead for about 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 upcoming.
Yeah, nice stop that time by number 22, Cale Cruz, from that outside linebacker spot. Another young guy getting a lot of playing time, Mike, on this young defense. So Coach May's looking for a lot out of these young guys, and so far they stepped up to the challenge.
Under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Richmond Hill to the shotgun this time. Going to throw the football to the right side, a little slant pass across the middle, and a catch is made. Wildcats a good tackle, sure-handed tackle after the catch is made to limit the yards after catch, but a 1st down for Richmond Hill at the 44 of the Cats, trailing here 7-0 against the Wildcats.
And that time just a little slant pattern there. Great coverage over there. Looked like Derek Major, who's had a couple really good games over there from that cornerback position, completes the slant, but Major able to bring him down right after the catch.
That's a play you expect to see more in high school football, just that straight slant. Receiver comes off the line of scrimmage, quarterback hits him right out of the gate, and, that's a play that in high school football, if you can master it, you know it's open in a lot of cases. They hit it for a 1st down there. Now run on 1st down, and they get a yard, maybe a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, big tackle that time. Number 40, Ashton Johnson, defensive tackle there. If I'm not mistaken, 1st year in high school he's played football for sure, but maybe his 1st year playing football, period.
2nd down and 9. Richmond Hill, they trail our Wildcats 7-0. Quarterback straight drop. He is under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Sacked in the backfield, lost his helmet on the play as the Wildcats came up with a big play. That was 45 of the Cats back there for the big hit, and that's Tucker Thrift.
Big Tucker Thrift that time again. Young guy getting a lot of playing time this year. That's Sabrina and Jody Paul's boy.
There you go, Tucker. Nice job, nice sack. Be careful after the play there. You don't want to pick up one of those cheap penalties, but nice job. Forces a sack and forces a big 3rd down upcoming for Richmond Hill. Definite passing situation here. Maybe the Wildcats, Orlando Holland, can kind of pin their ears back and go after him here. 3rd down. They're going to hand it off on a jet sweep. The quarterback faked the jet sweep to the right side, runs up the middle, and that's going to force a 4th down. Should be a punt situation here. I don't think this would be a 4-down situation for Richmond Hill, but I've been wrong before, Jackie.
I wouldn't think so, but on that play call,
it
almost looked like they were in 4-down territory there, but similar spot of the football here is the last time he shanked one at about the 32-yard line.
And that time they actually ran a little Wildcat formation that time, a little Wildcat give. They faked the jet sweep around the end. Wildcat formation takes it up the middle, and nothing doing. The Wildcat defense stayed home and made a nice play. This one's going to go out of bounds again, Jackie. Again, 2 punts now for Richmond Hill that go out of bounds, and not going to net them much yardage on the punt situation all the way out to the 31-yard line.
Nah, you would have thought after that one. After the last one, we just talked about that. He shanked the last one for about a 12-yard punt, and this one, can't be much further than that.
No, right around the same thing. Only about maybe 10, 12 yards on the punt. So I know Richmond Hill may be thinking about 4-down territory next time because the punt team's not giving them much. 1st down and 10, Cats from the 31. Dean takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff and run it straight ahead. Davion Dean, positive yardage out near the 40-yard line, going to pick up 8 good yards on 1st down.
I'll tell you, Davion Dean, Kanias Williams, again, we keep talking about them. just being sophomores on the team, and Cam Smith has kind of been the feature back here for 3 years, and everybody just keying in on number one, and Davion and Kanias doing it as well.
And we're going to get all kind of movement here before this play starts, and this is going to cost the Cats yardage, and the Cats are going to have to move back 5 after the 8-yard gain. So now, instead of that 8-yard gain, that's what you just can't do. You can't have a penalty after a play like that, because positive yards on first down is what you want every time you pick up 8. Now, with the penalty, you really only gain 3 on that first down play. Second down and 7, and now we might get 5 back as we force Richmond Hill with the hard count to jump into the neutral zone, and we do. We get the 5 yards back. So what am I complaining about?
Well, I think that's what they were trying to do on the last play, and everybody wasn't on the same page as half the offensive linemen jumped.
What am I complaining about? Second down 3 now. It goes back to where Dean had picked up the 8 yards, and flags down again before this play. So 3 plays in a row.
Oh, my gosh. We're just going to keep moving it back and forth. What are we doing, guys?
3 plays in a row with flags, 2 of them against the Cats, and this one's going to move us back 5 yards.
And Coach Mays is definitely not happy about that one.
Not happy about it. The Wildcats trying to get some positive momentum here, had 8 yards on that first down carry. This penalty puts us back, and now we're going to run the football straight ahead, get the yardage back and more, close to the first down yardage, as the Wildcats, behind Cam Smith that time, pick up about 8 yards straight up the middle of that Richmond Hill defense. Might be a first down.
And that time they do give it to Cam Smith, and he's able to razzle-dazzle him way to pick up positive yardage. Cam Smith, a guy that we know can break one at any time.
Needed 7 yards on that play. The Wildcats get the first down. Going to run it this time. Davion Dean fakes the handoff and goes around the left end. Going to pick up maybe 4 yards on the carry as Dean picks up positive yards again. He picked up positive yards last time on first down. This time he picks up about 4, maybe shaking up just a little bit on the play.
Yeah, he got up a little slow that time, and he's going to come out of the game, Mike. So Davion Dean took a hard hit on that quarterback keeper.
Now you're going to see number 10, Jabari Ruiz, check into the game at quarterback for the Cats as Dean checks out. Looks like he just signaled to the coaches he needed 1 play, so maybe wants to catch his breath for a play. Jabari Ruiz checks in. Ruiz going to hand it off straight ahead, and the Wildcats going to pick up yardage up near midfield here, still churning his legs. That's Williams on the carry, and he gets near the midfield stripe.
I mean, Kanias Williams, my goodness, he just keeps churning those legs, Mike. He thought he had him stopped there for about a 2-yard gain, but he just keeps churning away and almost picks up the first down.
Almost picks up the first down. You got a third down play coming up for these Cats. Almost near the end of the first quarter here. Cam Smith going to bounce it outside, and Cam Smith got yardage. He's got the first down, picks up a block on the sideline, and they're going to get flagged for that. That would have been a touchdown, 52 yards for Cam Smith, but that block along the sideline is going to cost us yardage.
And I'm going to tell you what, Mike. Was it a good block? Yes, it's a good block, but that thing's been illegal for so long now. You're going to hear a lot of old-timers say, oh, that's a crackback block. But, man, that's a penalty at every level of football now, and you got to know that. Stand in front of him, put your hands up, and, man, put points on the scoreboard. But that's going to be a touchdown called back over a highlight block. My goodness. And
if you get the benefit at home of watching that play, what you'll probably see is the block wasn't even necessary. You know, Cam Smith got the corner. You're in the way of the defender there. All you really have to do is stand your ground. Coach May is not happy about it, but, you know, and you get a chance now. You see on the monitor, you see the replay. It's, you know, he didn't block him in the back, nothing like that. But anytime you see that type of hit coming from behind the play, they're going to flag it. I can tell you this: if you're running back towards your offense and you block, they're going to call it. They're going to call it. Maybe last play coming up here of the first quarter. Wildcats have the ball backed up now, back to our 39 after that penalty, and it's going to be a long third down situation. Dean fumbles the snap, and now Richmond Hill going to have a chance to dive on it, and Richmond Hill might have gotten it. I don't know. Dean might have gotten back on it. He did. He barely got back on it. Davion Dean did a nice job that time. He just never could corral the snap, and that's going to put the Wildcats in a punch situation. Jackie, what could have been there? You had a touchdown run, 52 yards. That was points on the board that get taken off for a penalty. The first quarter is going to end. The Wildcats will give the ball back on a punt to Richmond Hill when we get back. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. Wildcats of Baker County on top of the Wildcats from Richmond Hill, 7-0 after one quarter of play. We'll take 1 minute. You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 WFBB.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinsChevy.com.
For over 50 years, dependable heating and air conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for dependable heating and air conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's dependable heating and air conditioning, 259-6546.
Moving to the second quarter here tonight on the road in Brunswick, Georgia. The Wildcats of Baker County doing battle with Richmond Hill, the Wildcats from Savannah. Richmond Hill High School over there. I mentioned earlier, 2-1 on the season this year. Jackie, they didn't have a great season last year, but this team is 2 years removed from the Georgia State Championship in 6A. They played in the state championship game 2 years ago up in Atlanta, Georgia. When you get to the state championship in Georgia football, you go play in the Georgia Dome, and they got a chance to do that 2 years ago. They did not win. They were unsuccessful, but so we're playing a team with a little bit of history. The Wildcats just 5 years removed from being in a state championship game ourselves. So, those are the type of teams that you'll get featured in situations like this when you've got kind of a classic put on by the folks in Northeast Florida here, and a good situation for the Cats to find themselves in. So Coach Mays took the opportunity for the Cats to participate here. That's why we're playing up in Brunswick, Georgia, against this team from Georgia that probably nobody listening in has ever heard of, which is fine, but a good quality football team. I mentioned, 2 years ago in the state championship and 2-1 on the year so far. So if the Wildcats could somehow get a win here, that's a quality win on the resume as we head into district play next week. The Wildcats having to punt this football away after a couple of miscues on that last possession penalty-wise, and Richmond Hill going to take maybe their best starting field position of the night around the 41-yard line.
And we're going to put it on the backs of this defense again. Again, a couple costly penalties on that last offensive series, Mike, and we talked about it a little bit last week. Every time the Wildcats jump out and do some positive things, they stumble over their own feet. That time, touchdown erased.
And now the Cats going to get flagged on a personal foul, but it's going to luckily be offsetting on this punt play, and so no harm, no foul on the offsetting personal foul penalties there, and you're going to get a first down and 10 for Richmond Hill from their 41. They haven't done much. The Wildcat defense has played strong throughout this first quarter. Now starting the second quarter, Richmond Hill going to try to put something together here against this Wildcat D. Cats lead at 7-0 here early in the second quarter. Bring the team to the line here against the Cats. Shotgun formation for this Richmond Hill football team. Going to get two receivers to the left, one receiver to the right. Big back in the backfield here for these Wildcats from Richmond Hill. They hand it off on first down, and he's going to pick up positive yardage out near the 45, maybe the 46-yard line, and a good gain on first down for Richmond Hill.
This Wildcat defense has done a great job so far, kind of bottling up the big running back for Richmond Hill. That time he's able to squeak through and pick up 5 or 6 yards on first down.
7-0 lead for the Wildcats from Baker County. Richmond Hill now with the ball, second down short from the 46-yard line. They look to put it in play from there, moving some guys around here, changing the call at the line of scrimmage, and a chance here. Wildcats stay back on defense, and a pass out to the left side, and the receiver is going to kick himself for that as he had it in his hands. Would have been a first down for Richmond Hill, going to fall incomplete and bring up a third down.
Yeah, and sometimes, it looks like the Wildcat defense, they're okay with that pass. They're going to play off a little bit, not get burned over the top, and that time just a little quick out, and the wide receiver just drops that one.
Dropped it, had it right in his hands. Third down play coming up now Richmond Hill trailing the Cats 7-0 here. Should have been 14. We had a touchdown run called back by a penalty a moment ago, but Richmond Hill only trailing by 7. Going to throw. He looks straight back. The Wildcats with good pressure, but a good catch is made over on the far sideline. Shakes a couple of defenders. Still on his feet down inside the 35-yard line. One of the Cats loses his helmet, and it's going to be a first down for Richmond Hill. Wildcats almost got the sack that time, but the quarterback able to get the ball off just in time. Orlando Holland and some other Cats back there harassing him, but they get a big play, and they're going to have a first down in Wildcat territory.
Yeah, that time just another quick out, but the wide receiver's able to make a couple moves there and picks up big yardage. You called it, though. I thought Orlando Holland and a couple of those Wildcats were going to get back there and come up with another huge sack.
First down and 10 for Richmond Hill inside Wildcat territory at the 34-yard line. Quarterback going to throw. Straight drop. He finds a receiver out at the 35-yard line, right at the line of scrimmage, and he's got some blocks. He's down to the 20, inside the 10-yard line, and he's going to fight for the pylon and not quite get there. They're going to mark him out inside the 5-yard line around the 3. It'll be first and goal for Richmond Hill, trying to come back against these Cats and even up this score.
Oh, my goodness. That time, just a little wide receiver screen set up, and the Wildcat defense just not ready for it. And they a touchdown-saving tackle at the very end there by Blake Mays inside the 5.
Inside the 5-yard line, first down and goal. Richmond Hill trying to even up the score here. They trail the Wildcats from Baker County 7-0. They're going to run that Wildcat formation again. The running back is tripped up. They're going to say he's down at the 1-yard line.
Well, that was a break by the Wildcats, too. I think whoever made that tackle was on the ground, Mike.
They've run that Wildcat formation with a couple of different guys here early on, but the feature back Gillard is the one in there now, and he stays in there. Same Wildcat formation here against the Wildcats, and timeout's going to be called on the field. 10-13 to go here in the first half. Baker County clinging to that 7-0 lead, but Richmond Hill knocking on the door. Second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Knocking on the door, you called it again, just putting a lot on this young defense. When you go out and a couple costly penalties, we talked about them earlier. Wildcats had an opportunity to be up in this contest 14-0, Mike. I had a touchdown call back, and now Richmond Hill knocking on the door.
Knocking on the door. I want to thank our sponsors for making Wildcat football possible: Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, Florida Farm Bureau, Birkin Chevrolet, Dual State Real Estate, American Recycling, and Jackie, I know you had that other one. I can't remember the name. Tell me.
Tailored Healthcare. So
Tailored Healthcare.
Going to be new in town. Looking forward to big things from those guys coming in and wanted to be a part of the Wildcat Nation and the Wildcat football program, so immediately reached out and wanted to be a sponsor for this Wildcat radio show.
Second down and goal now for Richmond Hill. They run that same Wildcat formation, trying to churn his way toward the end zone, and Gillard's going to get in there for a touchdown, and they're going to have an extra point away from tying this thing up. But I mentioned those sponsors because they're so important in making Wildcat football here on 97.5 FM WFBB available each and every week during the football season. And starting next week, we'll have our Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning Coaches Show. We've waited a few weeks into the season to get this thing started this year, just because we've had a few different things happen. The first game with the weather situation forced us into a cancellation there, or at least a reschedule. And then we had the Labor Day holiday, so we'll come to you this week with our Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning Coaches Show, and we'll share all the information on that a little bit later on. Richmond Hill adds the extra point to make it a 7-7 ball game here with 10:09 to go in the first half of play. And Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, that's my friend Oscar Gray and the fine folks over there at Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning. They'll make that Coaches Show possible. And Jackie, in about 10 minutes or so, we'll have a chance to have our Florida Farm Bureau halftime report. And tonight in our halftime report, we'll share a lot of information around things that have happened throughout the day. I know since we talked last week, Jackie, now you've had 2 days where the youth football team was in action, so you can give us some updates. I know today didn't get all the way through the schedule because of that weather situation. My goodness, we've been pounded with some rain.
We can't get a weekend without rain. So you're right. We're able to get a couple in, and I mean it's at all levels of football. You saw these games today get pushed back due to the rain delay up here in Brunswick, and hence the reason we're kicking off at 9:30 p.m. at night. You said we can do a couple college picks. We may only have Hawaii and whoever else in the Pac-12 left to pick.
Somebody from the West Coast for sure, right? Maybe Oregon's playing late. Who knows? I don't know. Saw some action from earlier today, and I will tell you this. One of the things that we're really proud of is the Wildcats will take this kick from the 10-yard line, move it ahead, try to get near the 20-yard line here for first down. Looked like we just couldn't get behind the blocks there. Richmond Hill comes up and makes the tackle, but Jackie, congratulations to one of Baker County's own, Cooper Hodges, and those guys from App State. You know, the Appalachian State Mountaineers went on the road today to face a top 10 team out there in Texas A&M. And Cooper Hodges, you know, he's on the field every offensive play for that team, number 70 right tackle out there. And I had a chance to text with him earlier and just tell him congratulations on that game. I tell you, App State going to Texas A&M, making a statement with a 17-14 win. My goodness.
What a win. You know, what a win, not only on any given Saturday, but for the entire program to go defeat number 6 Texas A&M. So congratulations to Cooper Hodges.
Wildcats here on first down. Davion Dean fakes the handoff there to Cam Smith, keeps it himself, and Richmond Hill has decided they want to play some defense now, and the Wildcats not getting much there. It'll be 2nd and 10. And, Jackie, you say that. I mean, App State, they went on the road last week, or I'm sorry, they were at home last week to face North Carolina, a game they really should have won, 63-62 ball game that comes down to the wire. They should be 2-0. And games against really, really good programs. That App State football team is for real. 2nd down play for the Cats, going to run it around the left end, and Cam Smith slips as he tries to make his cut back up the field, and he's not going anywhere, and we're going to lose yardage, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and long for these Cats.
Yeah, that time, I know they're playing on turf, and so it's a lot easier to get out there, but I'm going to tell you, that turf gets wet. It becomes slick too, Mike.
Yeah, for sure.
And that time Cam Smith just loses his footing as he tries to cut up field.
Tried to cut it upfield. The Wildcats 3rd down, call it 3rd and 10. Right where they took the ball over here, close to the 20-yard line. Going to need to get it out across the 30 for a first down here. And we got some whistles that are blowing before the play starts, so we'll have to check and see what the situation is. But a 3rd down coming up, a big 3rd down for these Cats as Richmond Hill kind of gained some momentum a moment ago as they scored that touchdown, going in against the Cats to tie this thing up 7-7. After we thought we might have a 14-0 lead earlier, had a touchdown called back for penalty. So Wildcats need to get a couple of first downs and get some momentum back in this game because Richmond Hill's trying to take that momentum from them. Davion Dean fires one down the left sideline, and it's going to be incomplete, getting flags all over the field as the Wildcats receiver down there was Blake Mays, and he says he was interfered with.
And I would say so with the 15 flags that were just thrown. He's probably right. That time Davion Dean airing it out. Looked like a good throw, just lost it up there for Silas Roden, and Silas Roden was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, Silas Roden unable to bring that one in. The flags were flying, and it'll bring up a penalty against Richmond Hill. So the Wildcats, who needed some first downs, are going to benefit from a penalty flag here for sure as we continue this march here in the second quarter down toward halftime. Wildcats, Richmond Hill, 7-7 ball game on the road tonight in Brunswick. So with the penalty flag, Wildcats will move it out for a first down and 10 coming up for this team. 8:49 to go here in the first half of play. Penalty moves the ball all the way out to the 34-yard line. It's a 15-yarder on the defense, and so the Cats with new life after that penalty.
Yeah, I mean, we had found ourselves in a 3rd and 11 hole there, so a big break there for the Baker County Wildcats.
Davion Dean in the shotgun on first down now from the 34-yard line. Dean takes it, fires it out left side. This time, catch is made by Blake Mays, but not much yardage after the catch that time as he tried to get upfield, tried to get a block. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that time just nothing doing. Tries to just flip it out there quickly to Blake Mays and just not a lot of running room on first down.
How about Blake Mays? 47-yard field goal last week in that game, in that win against Oakleaf. I tell you, I was talking back and forth with Coach Mays during the week as we run the football this time, nothing doing in the middle of that field. I was texting back and forth with Coach Mays. You know, the record for Baker County football is 50 yards. We had a couple of different guys kick the 50-yarders over the course of time, and Daniel White, one of those guys. I remember that game against Stanton years ago, drilled a 50-yarder And Blake only 3 yards away from that record. And I told Coach Mays, I said, hey, we get a chance, 47 yards, you never know. Maybe Blake can tie that school record or beat it.
Yeah. Nice little nor'easter wind picked up.
You never know. Nice kick last week that really was a big momentum swing in that game. Third down play, Wildcats going to fire one down the far sideline, and the ball's going to be incomplete. Had a receiver over there. Richmond Hill guy comes in late trying to break it up, and it'll be fourth down. The Cats are going to need to punt this one away.
Oh, my goodness. Davion Dean with a great throw that time. He's had a couple right in wide receivers' hands tonight already early in this game, and those are ones that you got to come up with.
Got to come up with them. Unable to do so that time. Fourth down, the Cats will punt it. Blake made back to punt from inside the 25-yard line, gets his foot into it. High kick, end over end again for this team, and the Wildcats will down it, but it takes a Richmond Hill roll first, and we'll finally get to down it around the 42-yard line, and they'll have good field position to start here. A tie game, 7-7 ball game, and Richmond Hill going to get a chance now close to midfield with the football. 30 seconds. Let's take a 30-second timeout here. 7-7 ball game from Brunswick, Georgia. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat Football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State. Owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
And we welcome you back here to Brunswick, Georgia. I mentioned our sponsors a moment ago, Jackie. I want to thank again the good folks over at Glen Baptist Church. Glen Baptist Church, the home of 97.5 WFBB. And if you're in the McClenny area throughout the week, tune it in there to 97.5 FM. Good Christian music playing throughout the week. And Chaz Rowland, the pastor over there, supportive of Wildcat football here on Friday nights normally. But here we are on Saturday night. And John Meadows, our friend back over there at the studio, putting in some late hours tonight to bring Wildcat football to the masses. Second down play coming up for Richmond Hill. They're at the 45-yard line. Game is tied 7-7, 6:40 to go here in the second quarter. As we head down toward halftime, we'll have our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report coming up for you at the halftime break and talk about some of that college football we talked about earlier. How about my early prediction for college football playoff for this year for Marshall Thundering Herd, Jackie? What do you think? 2-0 on the year, and they take down Notre Dame today. Looked at their schedule earlier, team that could go 12-0.
App State's our only hope.
Yeah, App State is on that schedule, so Appalachian State, I would say, has a good chance to knock off Marshall. But other than that, they take down Notre Dame today. They're 2-0. They could be one of those teams flying the ointment, coming down to the end of the year. What a win for them.
Yeah, that was a huge win for them. And you're right. I mean, those are the teams you don't expect them to beat a Notre Dame, So when they do, and they get to the end of the season, and you go, hey, here we are. We beat who you said was the best teams in the country. Yeah. Don't we get a shot?
Don't we get a shot? And the answer to that's probably going to be no, but
not this year. When we go to the 12-team playoff, you'll get a shot then.
Maybe then. All right, so after the little brief timeout here, it's going to be second down and 8 for Richmond Hill. They're at the 45-yard line, and they're going to need to get it out across midfield into Wildcat territory for a first down, a tie game here as we inch toward halftime. Quarterback takes a straight drop, fires one out to the right side, incompletion over there, looking for his receiver, Mekhi Mosley on the coverage, and it'll be incomplete. It'll bring up a third down.
Great coverage that time by Mekhi Mosley. Richmond Hill opting to throw the ball around a little bit here in this first half and had a receiver, but Mekhi Mosley closes quickly to force that incompletion.
Now, we don't know much about Richmond Hill coming into this game, but from everything that we heard, we didn't expect to see a lot of the throwing the football, so maybe they're trying to show the Wildcats a little different wrinkle than they normally do. And that's something that you'll see. Third down, Wildcats get pressure. He steps up to avoid the pressure, has a man open running down the field, and the ball's going to be overthrown by just an inch or two, and that play would have gone for a touchdown for Richmond Hill. But the Wildcats dodge a bullet here, and we're going to get the football back around 6 minutes to go in the first half of this football game, and the Wildcats will get it back. 7-7 ball game, and we force a 3-and-out there when they got really good field position.
Oh, my goodness. We're going to chalk that one up to the defensive line, putting great pressure on the quarterback. He had to step up in the pocket, Mike, and I think it threw him off just a little bit as he overthrew a wide-open receiver. We had a guy in the secondary look to slip for Baker County, and Richmond Hill's receiver was wide open.
Punter stands back around his 30. He hasn't done a great job punting it tonight, and he hasn't done a good job here again, as Richmond Hill might just avoid punting for the rest of the night, as that punt came off the side of his foot like shanked and bounced around and goes to the 47 of the Cats. And that one, again, Jackie, maybe 5 yards net on the punt this time.
I'm not sure if we got a hand on that, Mike, or
no. If he dropped it right before he punted it, and he did. I mean,
my goodness.
You can say what you want to. He just totally missed that, you know.
Baker County's winning in the special teams column so far this game.
7-7 game. We get it back. First down and 10 right near midfield. Davion Dean goes to the shotgun, hands the ball off. The Cats get a good run around the corner, and this time it's going to go for about 8 yards on first down as Kanias Williams gets around the corner with that speed. Sophomore running back for these Cats picks up 8 on first down.
Another good run that time by Kanias Williams again. A guy just trying to find his way, and he has cemented himself in this Baker County offense as he and Cam Smith and Davion Dean make up a backfield that could strike at any time.
Well, you saw it last week when Cam Smith broke the big one that kind of broke Oakleaf's heart at the end of that ball game. Second down play, he's going to fire one down the sideline and had a man running wide open, and Davion Dean's going to wish he had that one back. Was that Cam Smith down the sideline?
Yes, that was Cam Smith, which would have been off or not, because I think there's more laundry on the field again on this play. But Davion Dean, that's the ball he's going to wish he had back, because Cam Smith had nobody within South Georgia or North Florida around him.
Holding call on the play. You called it, the flag down, and the Wildcats are going to back it up, so that would have been another one. Had he caught it and gone in, that would have been another touchdown called back, but Davion just a little strong on the throw. My goodness, he threw a pretty ball that time, and Cam just couldn't quite catch up with it. Would have been a touchdown, but like you said, wouldn't have mattered. 10 yards back, goes to the 43-yard line, so wipe out the positive yardage we had on the first down run a moment ago, and the Wildcats need more than that. 2nd and 13 from inside the 45-yard line. Davion Dean takes the handoff, though, picks up the penalty yardage back as he gets across midfield, and he was saying he never went down. Tried to keep running, but the officials blew it dead at the 47 of Richmond Hill. So a good run by Davion Dean. He needed 13 on the carry, got about 12.
We're going to hurry up. Let's see if we can get him to jump right here.
Third down play coming up for the Cats. Third down. Wildcats are going to run it, get a first down, and there goes Cam Smith, and Cam Smith almost broke it. Almost broke it. But he picks up the first down and a good run for Cam Smith.
Oh, Cam Smith was a step away that time, and he's slow to get up, Mike. But my goodness, he had one man to beat, and it was off to the races.
He makes the cut inside that time and picked up a good block downfield. Just couldn't quite shake the shoestring tackle. Would have been another big run for Cam Smith, but the Wildcats needed the first down. They got it with 5:40 to go, and hopefully Cam Smith will come back after that. Looks like he's just a little shaken up on the play. Doesn't look like anything serious. First down and 10 for the Cats here, marching towards halftime in a tie ball game. 7-7 ball game here as the Cats do battle.
Yeah, you see normally a Cam Smith in a one-on-one type situation like that, Mike, I just knew he was taking that one to the house and tripped up at the last second. But this Wildcat offense moving the ball.
From the 33-yard line of Richmond Hill, Cats on the move on this possession. They pick up a first down after that big holding penalty a moment ago. Cat's going to run the ball with Williams, and Williams going to run it inside the 25. A little second effort that time as he was hit upfield, about a yard upfield, loses his helmet on the play, and picks up big yardage. Good run for Kanias Williams.
I mean, stopped in the backfield, Mike. I mean, that should have been a 2-yard loss. And again, Kanias Williams just bounces off a would-be tackler and picks up a first down.
He was very close to the first down there. Let's check the yardage and see. He lost his helmet on the play. The Cats are going to run it to the right side. It was a 2nd down and 2. They're going to get the jet sweep around the end, and that's going to be Blake Mays on the carry, and he's going to carry it all the way down inside the 10-yard line to the 6. It'll be a 1st and goal for the Cats down there.
What a great run that time by Blake Mays. Just gets the jet sweep, able to come around the corner, good blocking on the outside, and able to pick up big yardage and going to put the Cats in a 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, and the Cats, had to make a little change in the play call. Cam Smith was shaken up, and then Kanias Williams lost his helmet. So who do you go to? Well, you go to the kicker. You give Blake Mays a jet sweep. He's a receiver also. I'm just making a joke. But Blake Mays, a big carry down the field that time to set the Wildcats up 1st and goal. And now Cam Smith checks back into the ball game, picks up a couple. So you're going to be looking at 2nd down and goal from the 5-yard line. Wildcats again, Davion Dean fakes the handoff, and Davion Dean is going to take it the 5 yards needed and get the first down, and get the touchdown, and the Cats are on the board, and after the Richmond Hill touchdown, the Cats are going to take the lead back here 13-7 with around 5 minutes to go in the first half.
What a great read that time by Davion Dean. Again, everybody keying on Cam Smith. Davion Dean just pulls it out, able to score easily right up the middle of that Richmond Hill defense.
So now wide receiver and defensive back and kicker Blake Mays is going to add the extra point, and he drills it right down the middle. And these Cats are going to take a 14-7 lead with 4:30 to go in the first half of this football game. Let's send it back to the station. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the 2nd and 4th Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat. Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Saturday night football coming to you live from Brunswick, Georgia tonight as the Wildcats of Baker County on the road doing battle in this Florida-Georgia Classic. And right now, the Wildcats with that touchdown run from Davion Dean a moment ago from 5 yards out take a 14-7 lead in this ball game, in which really, overall the Wildcats have had good control here in the first half of this game.
Yeah, I mean, the Baker County Wildcats have definitely come out and shown they were ready to play, and a couple miscues, Mike, taking points off the board.
First down play for Richmond Hill inside the 20-yard line. They're going to give it straight ahead to the feature back, and he's going to be out near the 30. Good run on first down, give him 11 yards.
Yeah, 11 yards there, and that's probably the biggest run of the night for Richmond Hill, as this Baker County defense has definitely shown up to play, and the first big run they've given up.
No doubt about it that time. Straight through the tackles like we expected to see a lot tonight, and that's going to be a first down carry out near the 30. First down and 10. Richmond Hill quarterback in the shotgun this time. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. They hand the football off again, and they're just going to pound away out to the 35-yard line, a gain of 5 yards on first down. Trailing these Wildcats by 7, but Richmond Hill does get the ball to start the second half, so they're thinking they can get a good drive here, they'll start the second half with the football. So
yeah, we don't want a 2-for-1 deal here, so this Wildcat defense.
Wildcat defense settles in. Second down, call it 5. They're going to stop the running back short of the first down here by about 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 2. That's about the 4th different back we've seen from Richmond Hill tonight.
Yeah, they just keep bringing them out, man. Where are they hiding these guys? Underneath the charter bus?
Wildcats run the ball primarily with Kanias Williams and Cam Smith, but we did see Blake Mays on the jet sweep a moment ago, so we've had 3 different ball carriers tonight, too. So
well, this is a huge 3rd down here for this Baker County defense. You called it. Richmond Hill is going to get the ball to start the 3rd quarter, so you definitely don't want to give up points right before halftime.
3rd down and 2. Richmond Hill now runs that Wildcat formation again, and he just bowls over a couple of tacklers out near the 40-yard line, picks up the 2 he needs, plus 2 more out to the 42, maybe the 43. A 5-yard gain gives them a 1st down.
Yeah, Richmond Hill, that time just controlling the line of scrimmage, Mike. There was 0 push held by that defensive front, and the big Zion Gillard, big running back for Richmond Hill, just able to bowl his way forward and pick up a 1st down there.
Gillard's been the primary. I mentioned they've run a few different guys tonight, but 1st down and 10 now from the 43-yard line. Going to throw one across the middle. Looked like it was incomplete from here, but they're going to give him a catch.
Goodness, no way.
Have to check the replay on that. I thought it skipped in there.
I thought it skipped twice. Like the lakefront. Skipping rocks, man.
Yeah, 1st down play. They throw it across there, catch made, and I saw the replay on the Jumbotron. Looks like he might have caught it, Jackie. Handoff to the left side here on 1st down for Richmond Hill. They're going to fight inside the 40 of the Wildcats. And this Wildcat defense here with 2.5 minutes to go in the first half going to have to fight hard to keep Richmond Hill. They've got a little momentum, a little head of steam, trailing these Wildcats of Baker County 14-7, but they're putting a little drive together.
And not doing anything fancy here. So I always get amazed by that in high school football. And the Baker County Wildcats have done the same thing. You go down, and you look like you're just going to run all over this team, and then you get stopped on 3rd down. Then the next drive, you're able to move all the way down the field. This Wildcat defense has done a great job so far tonight. But on this series, Richmond Hill getting the job done up front.
Timeout on the field. We'll just keep it here. 2:24 to go in this first half, and 14-7 lead for the Wildcats here, but good possession here for Richmond Hill as they come back to try to even this thing up. I mentioned it. If they, Richmond Hill's thinking here, if we can get a score here before the halftime, they do get the ball to start the second half. So a good battle underway. Wildcats have played well tonight, played well in spots. This possession, though, for Richmond Hill looks like they're doing well. The Wildcats need to regain a little momentum here, keep them out of the end zone before halftime, and see what we can do to stop them in the 3rd quarter and keep this lead. Richmond Hill with the football, 2nd down. They need about 4 yards here. Run it straight ahead. They're going to fight near the 1st down marker. Might be a little bit short. Should be 3rd down, maybe a yard to go.
They're going to be a little short here, and a good tackle that time by Orlando Holland and a gang of Wildcats to bring down another big running back. You called it, Mike. Guys just shuffling in and out of there, keeping fresh legs, and going to have a short 3rd and 1 here.
3rd down and 1. Richmond Hill going to run the football again. The Cats defense came up, had him behind the line of scrimmage, and he fights out of there, gets around the end, going to pick up about 3 yards in the 1st down. The Cats had him at the initial contact, but couldn't quite bring him down. It'll be 1st down.
Oh, man, anytime you make those running backs bounce outside like that, you have a chance for a huge play. And that time the Wildcat defenders just couldn't get their hands on him, Mike, before he picks up the 1st down.
1:40 to go in the first half. Richmond Hill driving, 1st down and 10, inside the Wildcat 35-yard line. Straight drop for the quarterback. He fires one near the end zone, got a man over there, and it's going to be caught in the end zone as he was falling down against the Wildcat corner over there, and a touchdown catch made for Richmond Hill, and they're an extra point away from tying it up.
Oh, my goodness, that time just got over the top. We had a couple interceptions last week and thought we played very well in the secondary, but this time, man, got us right off the line, Mike, and able to come up with a big catch there as he was falling to the ground, but able to secure that football and put 6 on the board.
And that's one of those setup plays, Jackie. They ran the ball. They come out on 1st down there after the 1st down run. They're inside the 35-yard line. They say, hey, this is a chance for us to take a shot. They take the shot. They go over the top. and they get the touchdown. The extra point was through the uprights, but a flag down against the defense here. And so we'll see if they'll take the extra point or not. Well, it looks like they just blew the play dead completely, and they'll redo it. He was good on the extra point the first time, but going to get a second chance here. Snap down, the kick is on the way, and it looked like maybe blew it to the right side that time. Misses it wide to the right. It'll be 14-13. The Cats maintain a 1-point lead.
My goodness, and that time, special teams just not going Richmond Hill's way tonight. We've seen a couple shank punts. Last time he just caught it off the side of his foot. I don't know that he's punted one over a net 15 yards so far tonight. And this one, not sure why they blew it dead. The first one was right down the middle, but they blow the play dead, make him re-kick, and he shanks it to the right. So the Baker County Wildcats are going to keep a 1-point lead with 1:28 left here in the second quarter. Baker County up 14-13. Richmond Hill, you talked about it earlier, Mike, going to get the ball to start the third quarter. So the Wildcats are going to have 1:28, one timeout remaining, try to drive down the field and see if we can put some points on the board. Deep kick this time, and it's going to be a touchback for Richmond Hill. So Baker County offense going to start on the 25 and see if we can generate something to maybe get down and get in that 47-yard range for Blake Mays and try to put points on the board before we go into half.
Cats maintain the 1-point lead. Jackie will have the Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report coming up in a few moments. Baker County Farm Bureau, Jack Baker, Justin Webb, 259-6332 right there in McClenny on State Road 121. And we appreciate their efforts to support Wildcat football and keep us on the air every year as we do this Wildcat football thing. Davion Dean scrambling around back there trying to find a receiver. Going to get sacked in the backfield. And the Wildcats here with 1:16 to go in the clock, maybe thinking we can just need to run this thing out, you know?
Yeah, I think you give it one play, and that one, nothing doing, as we're going to lose yardage here. May want to just take this to halftime and not risk doing anything crazy.
Richmond Hill still with 2 timeouts, though. Depending on what happens on this play, they may call timeout and try to get this thing back before halftime. Under a minute to go, Davion Dean in the shotgun, going to hand the football off. No, fakes it up the middle, keeps it himself, and Davion Dean is going to get a first down. Loses his helmet in the process, so he'll have to come out for a play, but does pick up the first down on a good play-action fake right there at the line of scrimmage. Davion Dean took it straight through the middle and picks up the first down for the Cats, so that saves us from any chance of Richmond Hill getting the ball back in this half.
Yeah, another good run that time. Davion Dean doing it with his legs tonight. Another good run, but that helmet does pop off.
On the first down play, the Wildcats run it to the right side this time, pick up big yardage again out across the 40 or close to the 40-yard line. And Kanias Williams on the carry, going to get another first down for this Cats football team. 14-13, the Wildcats of Baker County with a 1-point lead over the Richmond Hill Wildcats. Jabari Rua stays in there at quarterback for the Cats here on the first down play. Jabari wants to throw it. Looking down the field, now he scrambles away, and he fires one out here that's going to be incomplete. And Ruiz that time was looking for his initial receiver. It wasn't there, so he pulled it down, tried to make something happen, couldn't do it. It'll be second down.
No, and a great decision that time by Jabari Ruiz. Didn't see it, didn't try to force anything right before the half here. 22 seconds left. It was a first down play, so he just throws the ball out of bounds. Live to fight another day.
Live to fight another day. It'll be second down play coming up for the Cats now. And march this thing back 5 yards as there was a penalty on the play, back to the 35-yard line. Looks like we'll redo first down. Davion Dean back in there at quarterback for the Cats now. First down 15. Dean takes the snap, going to hand it off straight ahead. The Wildcats fight ahead for a couple of tough yards out to the 37-yard line. And now if the clock ticks down and Richmond Hill doesn't call a timeout, we'll probably see halftime.
I think both teams content to go to halftime here, and that's what's going to happen.
14 to 13, the Wildcats with a 1-point lead as we head to the locker room here. Brunswick, Georgia, Florida-Georgia Classic between several teams from the North Florida area and several teams from the South Georgia area. Wildcats doing battle with this team from Savannah tonight, and right now, at the halftime break, the Cats with a 1-point lead. Richmond Hill, as I mentioned, will get the ball to start the second half, but right now, Wildcats 14, Richmond Hill 13. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report. We'll take about a 5-minute break, let John Meadows take a break over at the studios in Glen Baptist, and Jackie and I will take a quick break here, about a 5-minute pause, and we'll come back with our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report. Lots to talk about, as we'll talk about some action in college football around the area, some good news, some bad news in college football, and then we'll talk about the Baker County Youth Program and then other things in the area. Set up this Wildcat schedule for next week and beyond, as the Wildcats really, after this week, will start our stretch run as we head down this 2022 season. So stay here with us. We'll have the Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report coming up in just a few moments, and we'll send it back to John and the fine folks over at Glen Baptist, and we'll be back after this. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Hi, this is Larry Berkins of Berkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Berkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Berkins at Berkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BerkinsChevy.com.
For over 50 years, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning, 259-6546.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat Football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate, call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
We live in the small towns of North Florida, and we deserve only the finest in healthcare. We're fortunate to have that right here in McClenny at Ed Frazier Memorial Hospital. Here, we receive personalized treatment options that focus on wellness. It's reassuring to know that our doctors are just as qualified as larger hospitals, and our medical technology is the best available. Ed Frazier Memorial Hospital at Baker County Medical Services. The best part? They treat you like family.
Did you know that walking just 10,000 steps a day helps keep you healthy? And it's easy. 20 minutes of grocery shopping is 1,600 steps. Daily housework is 270. Taking a half-hour walk during lunch, around 4,000 steps. You can see how this adds up. 10,000 steps will find you a healthy weight and even reduce your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. Feeling healthier starts with the first step. A message from the Florida Department of Health.
And we welcome you back here to Brunswick, Georgia, side of tonight's Florida-Georgia Classic and side of tonight's matchup between these Baker County Wildcats on the road facing these Richmond Hill Wildcats, who also are on the road as they come over from Savannah to take on Baker County in this clash of these two Wildcat football teams. And right now, you know, it's kind of fitting, Jackie, two Wildcat teams, and they basically have the same score on the scoreboard, 14-13. The Wildcats, the advantage of both of our point after touchdowns tonight being converted, and we were able to get that 14th point on the board. Richmond Hill unsuccessful on their last point after touchdown, and that's the difference in the game, 14-13. Good effort tonight by the Wildcat defense. The Wildcat offense has made some big plays. You know, it's one of those things, though, that you talk about a lot in high school football, and here we are in week 3 of this football season, Jackie, and it's something that you gotta call out is the fact that these Wildcats make a lot of penalties, a lot of yellow flags on the field, Jackie, and it's one of those things that cost them a couple of touchdowns tonight. You know, they do have a lead right now, so I'm not saying everything is bad for this Wildcat football team. What I'm saying, though, they got to eliminate some of these penalties.
Yeah, and some of that comes with the youth and inexperience we've talked about. You know, again, hate to keep harping on it, but it is a young team. I want everybody to understand that going into some of these games. You're going to see some of those growing pains, and you're going to see some of the frustrations, you know, of what a young team brings to the table, and that's exactly what's happened tonight. A couple costly penalties, like you said, Mike. I mean, we've negated 2 touchdowns so far tonight on penalties, so the score not indicative of what the Baker County Wildcat team has done. They came out to play. The offense was rolling. The defense was playing really well at the beginning of the game. Looked like we were going to go up 1, maybe 2 scores there, but just silly penalties, bringing it back and not able to capitalize on the mistakes of Richmond Hill. But you do take a 14-13 lead in the halftime. So Richmond Hill is going to get the ball to start the third quarter. So you want to come back out, and I'd love to see that defense. The tenacity they had there on that first couple drives didn't allow Richmond Hill to do anything.
Yeah, you know, whether or not this game is a district game or one of those games that will help you in the playoff standings for Florida high school football this year, Jackie, momentum from this ball game would be huge for these Cats. You know, they got a big win against Oakleaf last week, and if they can finish off the second half against this Richmond Hill team and keep the momentum going, you know, you go back to that week 1 matchup where we were just about to kick the game off, and you got lightning strikes in the area as we were playing our rival over there, Bradford County, at our place, you know, Bradford High School. And, you know, that game, you know, because of all the delays and everything else and the situation we had at quarterback that night, you know, that game never really took off the ground, and the Wildcats could have walked away from that game with just a lot of frustration. And, you know, we were in the second quarter of that game, Bradford leading 21-0. Bradford a healthy lead in that game. That game now has been rescheduled. So moving to the week of October the 1st that week on October 6th, which is that Thursday night, that game will be replayed at 6 o'clock. And so Bradford has a 21-0 lead in that game. So that's one of those games that, could have led to the Wildcats having a couple of tough weeks after that. But they rebounded. They rebounded. They came out, fought hard against Oakleaf last week. You got Davion Dean back at quarterback. Made a lot of plays in that game. Had to have a lot of turnovers. A lot of things went their way for them to pull off that win. But I tell you, it was a great win. So if you can come up here to Georgia in Brunswick and beat a team Richmond Hill on the road, that's going to give you that momentum heading into district play, because we will open up district play next week against Baldwin and have a chance, in that game. And then a couple weeks down the road, we'll head to Vieira, which is where Coach Mays came from, down past Daytona, down there in that Melbourne area of Vieira. Football team that came to our place last year, and we almost got a big win against them last year at home. We'll go down there and face them in a rematch of that battle from last year. And then in a couple of weeks, in 3 weeks, we'll go to West Nassau to face a district team. So 2 of the next 3 weeks, Jackie, as far as the way the schedule sets up for these Cats, 2 of the next 3 weeks are district games. So whether or not this game means a lot to, folks listening in at almost 11 o'clock at night on a Saturday night, it means a lot for the momentum of this football team. So we'd love to see them come out in the second half here, have a good, solid second half of football against this Richmond Hill team, and come out of here with a win.
Yeah, and just the experience that you gain from going in, and you talked about it, Richmond Hill, a team that's 2 years removed from playing in a state championship game. And I'm going to tell you what, Mike, you know this as well as I do. You said if you make it to the state championship, you get to play in the Georgia Dome. Yeah. Well, I tell you what else. You make it to a state championship in Georgia, that's a huge accomplishment. They take their football very seriously up there, just like we do down here. So a very competitive region that they play. State championship, Richmond Hill. We knew it was going to be a game that we were going to have to come out and give our best. So for these young guys to get to experience a game like this and all the hype that comes with it, can do nothing but help them as the season progresses.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and we're hoping for that. Wildcats need to maintain some defensive intensity tonight. Keep making some good plays on defense. We saw what the folks at Richmond Hill were going to do there in that second quarter. Pound the football. They did set us up for that big touchdown throw they made. So they're trying to find some things through the air tonight, and they burn us on the one big touchdown. But I tell you what, overall, good half for the Wildcats. Got the 1-point lead. Let's see what happens as this second half unfolds. But welcome into the Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report. If you are listening in to us tonight, well, I got to tell you, it's past 10:30 Eastern time on a Saturday night. So I don't know how many folks we've got listening, but if you are, go Wildcats, and let's see if we can pull this thing out. I did hear from Kelly Cruz, Jackie, my buddy Kelly Cruz. He's a big Georgia Bulldog fan, and he's probably happy tonight because, most of the time on our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime reports, we're doing our predictions for the week. But, Jackie, now what we can do is a score rundown and tell you what all happened today, and it wasn't good for the Gators.
Nah, I don't even really want to talk about it, I'll be honest with you. No, I'm kidding. Not frustrated, but I told somebody today, Mike, they said, what do you think is going to happen tonight? And the person standing next to me, a big Gator fan, I said, we're going to win. And they looked at me and said, well, why didn't you say it? I said, well, man, I've been let down here for the past 7 years by this Gainesville team. They're going to have to prove more to me than beating Utah to think that I'm back and we're back down in Gainesville. Just not a great showing tonight, by again, a young quarterback down in Gainesville. And Anthony Richardson had his struggles all night long tonight, Mike, and the Gators just couldn't get it done in the swamp 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, maybe the worst thing that could have happened for the Gators was a big win against Utah week 1, and hearing all that noise all week long, and thought the Gators should be in the top 20 and everything else. Well, you're right, Jackie. They've been a disappointment to me in the past couple of years, and they've got some things to prove before they can take that next step. But I tell you got to tip your cap to Mark Stoops in Kentucky, because their game plan on defense probably was a lot of the reason why Anthony Richardson looked lost tonight, honestly. But anyway, the Gators lose tonight. But earlier action, I told you earlier, Cooper Hodges, we tip our cap to him. Cooper Hodges, guy from Baker County, Florida. He's been up there at Appalachian State for several years. I'm hopeful that that's a guy that gets a chance to go play at the next level, Jackie. He's a big old kid. And, he's had a great run up there at Appalachian State, and he never leaves the field, plays right tackle for that football team, and he's on offense. When he's on offense, he never leaves the football field. He's on the field for every single play. And I got to tell you, man, I was excited watching him this afternoon get that big win that they got, Appalachian State, on the road today. Huge win. I mean, I can't tell you how big of a win that is. I mean, going to College Station, beating Texas A&M, you got Jimbo Fisher out there coaching that football team. You hear from everybody just how good they are. They're talked about being in the college football playoff, and here's little old Appalachian State from Boone, North Carolina, going out there and knocking them off.
Yeah, I mean, that's a game Appalachian State has no business being in whatsoever when you look at it on paper, Mike. But they say it, any given Sunday, any given Saturday, you don't know what's going to happen. And they went out there and they played hard and played their hearts out. And you're right, Texas A&M, a team that some folks had as the national champion. They were already crowning them, out there. Jimbo Fisher leading the charge, and Appalachian State taking them down early. And what a great win, and couldn't be happier for our buddy Cooper Hodges down there, number 70 on the field, and number 1 in our hearts here in Baker County. So congratulations to him and his teammates. And I wonder if he still got the cookie deal. You remember the cookie deal he had?
Yeah, that company probably went out of business. I think they gave all the offensive linemen a cookie deal, and they probably lost on that deal. But I tell you, he's the son of Brad Hodges and Alicia Stabley here from McClenny. Alicia Hodges, she's married to Brad, so Cooper getting a chance to go play for App State, man, and that was fun to watch today. The other thing that we got a chance to watch early, Jackie, was Alabama really having all kind of problems out at Texas facing the Longhorns today. And I don't say this a lot about officials, but I tell you, if you watch that game, Alabama got a lot of breaks. Now they got some penalties called against them, but they got some breaks. And I tell you, it seems like every chance you get, you're going to hear it this week. Alabama got away with a few things that Texas could have pulled that thing out. But again, late in the game when they needed it, Alabama gets the big plays. The quarterback, Bryce Young, got down the field on a big scramble play, set up a field goal to win that thing. So they go out to Texas and don't necessarily look like the number 1 team in the country, which leads to my next statement, Jackie. I've been saying this for a long time. Nobody really listens to me because I'm not a guy that's on the news or a guy that's writing in the newspaper or anything like that. So nobody listens. But what I will tell you is what I've always said. What in the world are we doing preseason rankings, and what in the world do we have these teams ranked at these places before the season ever starts for? Because if you just look down the list of top 25 teams that lost today, Notre Dame, Florida, you got Houston, they lost. Yeah, there's a whole group of teams. Alabama could have lost. The number 1 team in the country was on the ropes out there at Texas. Could have lost that football game. Who did I just say? App State beat Texas A&M. They're in the top 5. They lose. Listen, man, teams, these guys that write in the newspapers, I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to sell papers. They're trying to sell, all the ads that they make. And so they're putting this stuff out just to get this stuff out there in the preseason. But I got to tell you, Jackie, people should wait 3 to 4 weeks into the season before you ever start ranking any football team, because you don't really know. You don't really know. Was Florida a team that should have been unranked at the beginning of the year? I don't know. Was Utah a team that should have been ranked in the top 10? I don't know that either. And is Kentucky better than Florida? Well, they were tonight. And is Florida worthy of a top 20 ranking? Probably not. So these are all things that over the week to week they're going to say this team's here, this team's there. Well, these teams don't just become what they are. They are what they are. And so if you wait 3 or 4 weeks, you start to see what teams really are. Where they should rank, and you can start to formulate those opinions. But I tell you, those opinions, and I tell people this all the time, do not listen to the opinions of these people that are giving you who these teams are going to win. The only thing that you can count on is that Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, those teams that are probably what we call the elite teams are going to be there. They're going to be there. Even Alabama on the ropes today, they found a way to win, and that's what the great teams do. They find a way to win through adversity. And other teams just aren't there. You saw that in Florida tonight. You're at home. You don't score a single point in the second half of a football game that you've got at home against a team that you're favored to beat. Well, guess what? None of those rankings matter. You got to wait till 3 or 4 weeks into the season, and you can really see what teams are all about.
No, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly with you, Mike. Listen, quit listening to the national guys. If you want the truth, you tune in to WFBB 97.5 every Friday night, and we'll tell you the truth. We'll tell you who's good, and we'll tell you who's not.
But wait 3 or 4 weeks. Hey, if you wait 3 or 4 weeks, let me see all these teams and have a chance to take a look. I'll tell you who's for real and who's not for real. And I'll be honest with you, as bad as it pains me to say it, the only team that I've seen that's truly for real right now is the Georgia Bulldogs, and they're for real. Now, hey, granted, we haven't seen enough of them yet, but what I've seen of them, I know they're probably for real. Okay, and that's about all I can tell you right now. Everybody else, we'll see. Is Texas going to be better than we thought they were? Is that a game that they were just super fired up for and had Alabama on their heels? No, Alabama had some problems in that game, okay? Texas defense really limited them in a lot of situations. They found a way, to put that drive together there toward the end of the game and win it. But I tell you, they had a lot of problems in that game. So, you hear all these fans, Arkansas, they want to claim to be, we're going to beat Alabama and win the West this year. Well, Arkansas, if you're going to do that, you got to prove it to me, because I just don't know if I believe it just yet. But wait 3 or 4 weeks. We'll see how this thing plays out. The only thing I can tell you about Florida, Jack, is just disappointment is a word I would use. I'm just disappointed in what you saw on the field. You got the home field advantage for 2 weeks to start the season off, and you follow up a really solid performance last week. They obviously admitted that they had some things that they had to improve after that Utah game, but take a huge step backward tonight in that loss to Kentucky. But keep watching, man. That's what we keep doing. We keep watching these football games, and fans of teams are going to be excited, and week in, week out, you're going to have different things that happen, and there will probably be, Bobby Hart, my good friend, Jackie, a long time ago, you know what he would say to me after the Gators lost? He'd say, Mike, the sun still came up today, and we still get a chance to live another day, and that's what you gotta focus on. But it's fun to watch, man. I tell you, it's fun to watch. And Jackie, tomorrow, speaking of football, the NFL. It started the other night. You saw the Bills get a big win against last year's Super Bowl champion. They took down the Rams the other night in the first game of the season. But tomorrow, you get a chance to see these teams. All of them start with an 0-0 record. They all get a chance to come out and get that first win of the year. Jackie, can the Jaguars do it this year? Can they get on the board first with a win in game one?
You always think you should beat a team that's had to change their name. So we're going to go. It took me a minute. I thought I was looking at the wrong sport. The Commanders has not grown on me yet. So I was looking at that thing going, my goodness, who did the Jaguars play? But going to go out against the wall. And, man, these guys, you want to talk about letdowns. This has been going on longer than 5 years, I'm afraid. But I'm going to say they do it. I'm going to say they pull it out. Hopefully Trevor Lawrence takes a big step this year. You get a couple of those young guys. Going to be so looking for some explosive plays from them. And then you got Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk better go 10 receptions for 250 yards every game for as much money as they paid for him. So I'd like to see those guys get out tomorrow and hopefully pick up a victory early in the year.
Well, we're getting close to the second half start here tonight from Brunswick, Georgia, as the Wildcats doing battle with Richmond Hill. I want to thank again Baker County Farm Bureau, Jack Baker, Justin Webb, 259-6332 down there. They do it all: homeowners insurance, life insurance, car and automobile insurance. They can even insure your golf cart. If you got a golf cart you want to insure, you can do it. If you got a boat that you want to insure, you can do it. Give them a call down there at Florida Farm Bureau, 259-6332, and they sponsor our halftime show all year long as we get set to start this second half of play. Baker County a 14-13 lead right now over Richmond Hill as we get set to go. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with the start of the second half and more Wildcat football right here on WFBB.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinsChevy.com.
And we get back here in action from Brunswick, Georgia. The Wildcats of Baker County 14, 13. Just underway, second half. Blake May's little pooch kick over there on the right sideline. Jackie trying to get somebody down there to cover it, and the Wildcats almost got away with it, but Richmond Hill starts at their own 30-yard line. First down run, they'll take it and run ahead for maybe 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Richmond Hill ended that first half just content with running Zion Gillard again, a big bruising back that the Wildcats had kind of bottled up in the first quarter, but he got a little momentum going there in that second quarter, and looks like that's what they're going to try to do as they start this second half tonight. Hopefully this Wildcat defense can contain him like they did at the beginning of the game.
Ty Goldrick is the quarterback for Richmond Hill, and he takes the snap and looks down the field, and it's going to be picked off. Second down play, he floated it a little bit too long up in the air up there, and the Wildcats able to come over and get a big interception, as I believe that was Davion Dean, as Davion Dean had a couple of picks last week, and this week he comes over and catches that floater, and the quarterback that time, he's going to wish he had that one back and threw it more on a direct line. He just kind of floated it up there and allowed Davion Dean time to come over and close and make the interception, and the Wildcats get the first turnover of the second half.
And Davion Dean just looks like he comes out of nowhere, Mike. I mean, thought he had a wide-open receiver down the seam there and just lost it up, and here comes Davion Dean with a huge interception to start this third quarter.
And he baited the Oakley quarterback into a couple of those last week, and I don't know if he baited the quarterback into that or if he just got fortunate with the throw being, like I said, a little bit one of those. He kind of tried to lay it in there as opposed to just drilling it down there to the receiver. He had an open man. Dean comes out with the interception. The Wildcats start 1st and 10 from right around midfield and can't really get untracked there as all kind of movement or something before the play. Back them up a little bit. Here we go. Davion Dean in there at shotgun. 2 backs in the backfield, Kanias Williams and Cam Smith back there for the Cats. Cats with a 1-point lead as we've just started this second half up here in Brunswick. This is a game that most likely is going to take us around midnight. 1st and 15 for the Cats. I don't know what happened, man. Did you even hear the touchdown? I don't know what happened, man. It was like I couldn't even make a call. I don't know what happened, so I restarted everything, and now I was able to call you. So here I am. Thank you. Sorry. All right. Okay, thank you. Might have missed a great radio play call. Cam Smith's 55-yard touchdown run we had a moment ago. Put the Wildcats up by 8, 21-13, and the Wildcat defense forced a 3-and-out, and now have the football back again. So the Wildcats with the football again from the 30-yard line. Davion Dean going to keep it himself, running straight ahead. Davion Dean looking for the first down. Got it. He's across the 45 to the 50. Davion Dean into Richmond Hill territory all the way down near the 30-yard line, and the Wildcats have hit Richmond Hill in the second half for some big plays.
Yeah, we came right out. Again, we apologize for the delay, but came right out. Richmond Hill got the ball to start the third quarter. Davion Dean with a huge interception. 2 plays later, Cam Smith able to take it 55 yards to put the Baker County Wildcats up 21-13, and now the Wildcat defense held them to a 3-and-out and driving.
On first down, they run a little option play to the right side, and Davion out here. And that's Roden on the carry, and Roden's going to pick up a yard maybe for the Cats. It'll be second down, call it 9.
Davion Dean on that last play picked up big yardage again with his feet, faked that jet sweep to Blake Mays, and was able to punch it up the middle for another huge gain.
Second down play coming up for the Cats. Dean in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, flag down before the play is snapped. And again, I talked about that at halftime, Jackie. The Wildcats are ahead in this football game by 8 points, but what could have been without all the penalties that we've had on the field. And here, after a 2-yard gain on first down, we're going to back up 5, and it'll be second down and 13.
I know. We talked about the penalties in the first half, Mike, and fortunately for us, this one didn't negate a touchdown as a bunch of them did in the first half, but still going to back you up 5 yards when you had some momentum going.
Second down, 13, 7 minutes to go in this third quarter of play. On the road tonight at Brunswick, Georgia, past 11 o'clock Eastern, Jackie. This one looks like it's going to take us past midnight here tonight, and then we got the drive back.
Yeah, going to be a late one for sure.
Going to be a late one for sure. 8-point lead for the Cats, second down, 13. Davion Dean now 2 receivers split to the left, 2 to the right, 1 back in the backfield. We've seen 2 backs in the backfield most of the night, now just 1. Davion looks down the field to throw. Looks for a man down around the 10-yard line, just throws it a little too high, looking for Roden down there, and it'll be third down.
Oh, just out of the reach of Silas Roden there. He was able to get one hand on it. Again, Davion Dean with a good pass that time, just a little bit over the head of the outstretched arms of Silas Roden as he was streaking across the field there. So the Baker County Wildcats looking to add on here, up 21-13 here in the third quarter. Would love to put more points on the board.
Third down play, Davion Dean in the shotgun. Wildcats in Richmond Hill territory, bad snap. And now Dean going to, luckily get back on the football, but it's going to force a turnover as the Wildcats are going to have to punt it away. It'll be a situation where the Cats, after that big run from Davion,
For over 50 years, dependable heating and air conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for dependable heating and air conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's dependable heating and air conditioning, 259-6546.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat Football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate, call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
WFBB-LP Glen St. Mary, McClenny, 97.5, the beacon of Baker County.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Hi, this is Larry Berkins of Berkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Berkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Berkins at Berkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BerkinsChevy.com.
And we welcome you back here to Brunswick, Georgia, side of tonight's Georgia-Florida Classic between the Baker County Wildcats and the Richmond Hill Wildcats. Wildcats, after the Richmond Hill touchdown, made it a 21-20 game a moment ago. Davion Dean drops back to throw and hits Cam Smith down the sideline for a 90-yard touchdown pass, and Cam Smith just turned on the Jets, Jackie.
What a great pass and what a great run after catch. Nobody's catching Cam Smith, I can tell you. And he takes it 90 yards for a touchdown to keep this Wildcat lead.
Pooch kick coming up from Blake Mays back to the 25-yard line, taken there by one of the Richmond Hill up men. We apologize to the folks listening in for our technical difficulties here tonight. There's some signal connection issues here in Brunswick, Georgia, and we're working through them, but we're back on the air now, so we'll try to bring this thing to a close here. 4:40 to go in the third quarter, and you're going to get holding or some kind of penalty flag here on the kick. I thought he was signaling holding, but it might be something different. They're going to say after the play a personal foul against Richmond Hill. So they took the ball around the 35-yard line. That's going to back them up to around the 20 for their start, and that won't be something they're excited about. They cut the lead to 1 point a moment ago after they stopped the Wildcats earlier. We had the bad snap on the punt that gave them great field position, so they cut the lead to 1 point, and now find themselves trailing by 8 just that fast again. And that's the type of thing that having a guy like Cam Smith and some of these playmakers that we've got on the field, Jackie, that can bring you with that type of explosiveness. And that pass, a beautiful throw from Dean down the sideline, hits Cam Smith. They go 90 yards, touchdown pass, and the Wildcats on the board again. And this play has moved the ball all the way to the 13-yard line. So that's where Richmond Hill will start, first down and 10 from their 13-yard line. And the handoff's going to be to Gillard, and he fights his way out near the 19, a 6-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, that time a great tackle by Avery Spurlock. One of the few guys that has had significant defensive snaps the past couple years. He and Orlando Holland talked about it earlier, reloading on the defensive side of the ball, but Avery Spurlock anchoring it down in a huge stop.
Captain from tonight's ball game, Spurlock, second down play. They're going to fire it underneath there. Little pass out in the flat, and that's going to be a catch made, and a catch and a big run after the catch as number 3, which is Rayon Grant. You saw him score the touchdown or catch the pass a moment ago that set up the touchdown. As he gets loose here on a reception, big yardage down the sideline, and the Wildcats, oh my goodness, what a big play for Richmond Hill. And number 4 for the Cats, which is Derek Major, comes and catches Grant from behind to stop a touchdown.
Oh, my goodness, yes. That was a touchdown-saving tackle that time by Derek Major. And wow, this Wildcat defense doesn't have an answer yet for that wide receiver screen, Mike, from Richmond Hill.
Yeah, they don't, as Grant makes a huge play that time. Luckily, they were backed up deep in their own territory, and Major comes up and makes the big play to save the touchdown, and the Cats stop them out near the 30-yard line, and this time the Wildcats clamp down on defense as the running play goes for no gain. It'll be second down and 10.
Yeah, that time Gillard just couldn't get anything going. Wildcat defender able to gobble him up in the backfield, so short gain there. And, man, these lead changes, I don't know what's faster, Cam Smith or the lead changes in this game.
Yeah, well, they haven't taken the lead back, but you're right. The scores, I think, is the thing. And the quarterback drops back to throw here, and he's got a man down there across the 20-yard line. That's Grant again. So somebody's got to keep an eye on number 3, Rayvon Grant.
Yeah, and these outside linebackers, they just got to, when they see that pass, you got to drop a little deeper in coverage, kind of getting sucked up to the middle when you got a running back like Gillard. You want to bite down on that run, and that time Richmond Hill makes them pay.
Down to the 18-yard line now, Richmond Hill with a first down and 10 from there. They trail the Wildcats by 8, 28-20, but they are knocking on the door again. Hand off to Gillard, and Gillard's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Again, no gain. Wildcat defense comes up and puts a big hit on him, and it'll be second and 10.
Yeah, Seth Chestnut, defensive end there for this Wildcat defense, made a couple big plays on this drive, and again, able to stop Gillard in his tracks.
The quarterback is Ty Goldrick. Ty Goldrick, 6'3", 210 pounds. He's a senior on this football team for Richmond Hill. They've got it at the 18-yard line. 2 receivers to the top side of the field, 1 to the bottom. Second down and 10. They send a man in motion. Snap back to Goldrick. Goldrick looking to throw across the middle, and it's going to be high and almost intercepted. The Cats had a couple of guys out there, and he was looking for the tight end right there around the goal line. It'll be third down.
Oh, that time I thought the Cats were going to get a huge break on defense as the Richmond Hill quarterback finally sails one of his own. Thought Davion Dean, you never know where he's going to be back there at that safety position. Might get another one.
Third down and 10 now. Big play coming up in this ball game. I would think this is 4-down territory for this Richmond Hill team as they trail by a full 8 points here. So that's a touchdown and a 2-point conversion that the Wildcats are on top by. Third down and 10 from the 18-yard line. Goldrick takes a snap. They're going to run a little end around to Grant, and he's looking to throw the football. And he's got a man down around the 10-yard line. They're going to say it's a catch. And he's short of the first down by a yard. I don't know how in the world he caught that, but they're going to say it's a catch. As number 4 for Richmond Hill came over and made the sliding catch, that was Nick Bliss. They ran a little end-around play to Grant here. He fired one sidearm down there, and he did catch it right inside the 10, almost the 9, but they need the 8-yard line for the first down, and they're about a yard short. They're going to go for it. Fourth down and 1. Huge play right here for this Wildcat defense. 4th and 1. They run the Wildcat formation. They're going to run the Wildcat, and they're going to be tripped up, and they're a full yard. A full yard short of the first down, and the Wildcats will take over on downs.
What a huge stop that time by this Wildcat defense. My goodness.
Cale Cruz looks like one of the guys that got in there, along with 15 for the Wildcats. 15 for the Cats. Seth Chestnut again. We called his name a couple of times. And a good job by this Wildcat defense as they stop them. So many Wildcats in this game. We're the Wildcats. They're the Wildcats. They run the Wildcat, but the Wildcat doesn't get them a first down, and it'll be first down going the other way.
No, and they've had a lot of success with that, Mike. And that time, the Baker County Wildcats stood up and said no more and stopped Gillard 2 yards short of the line of the game.
Well, the last time we were at the 10-yard line, we threw a 90-yard touchdown pass. Here we go. Davion Dean fakes the handoff to Cam Smith, and we're going to lose 2 yards on that play as Richmond Hill dug in and got some penetration against that Wildcat defensive front.
Yeah, nothing doing that time, and Davion Dean's done a great job all night long on those read plays and using his legs, but Richmond Hill ready for it that time and nothing doing.
2nd down and 12. 2nd down and 12. The Wildcats back at the 8-yard line here with an 8-point lead as we inch closer and closer to the fourth quarter of this football game. Wildcats going to hand it off to the middle, trying to bounce it outside, and again, nothing happening on that play. It's going to be 3rd down, so the Cats going to need to pick up about 12 yards to pick up a first down.
Yeah, and that's something that you and I talked about early in the night, long before this Wildcat game ever even started, Mike. When they run to the short side of the field like that, you're on the left hash, and we try to run Cam Smith to the left. We got to ask Coach Mays, what's the theory behind that?
Yeah, I'm with you. That short side of the field, we talked about that earlier when I was talking to you a little bit about some of the things going on in that Gator football game. You know, that boundary is right there, and the best thing that you can hope for when you run into the boundary is maybe a 3-4 yard gain. That time the Wildcats get nothing. 3rd down play, Dean under pressure, gets hit in the head and going to throw one deep down the field. Does he have a man? He's got a man that's breaking free at midfield, and it's just going to fall incomplete.
Oh, man, I thought Dean was going to escape that and able to run for it, but he saw what he did. He had Cam Smith and Silas Roden down there deep and launched one. My goodness, that ball probably traveled 50 yards in the air. But incomplete nonetheless, they're going to force the Baker County Wildcats to punt deep in their own territory.
Well, just when you think these Cats are going to pull away and kind of go win this football game, a little bit of adversity again as we have to punt it away from our own end zone. Blake May stands 5 yards deep, and you're going to get 5 yards here as maybe the Wildcats moved. I thought we were going to get 5 yards, but they get 5 yards against us, and that's going to back us up to the 3.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. You had the Baker County Wildcats pointing at Richmond Hill like they jumped into the neutral zone, but the White Hat didn't see it that way.
There's been some really positive things that have happened tonight for these Cats, Jackie, but the penalties have not been one of them, and Blake Mays might have gotten that one tipped as he gets the punt away. It's going to go out of bounds up around the 26-25, and he's still walking. Down to the 23-yard line is where Richmond Hill is going to take over, and there's another flag.
I got to think this may be roughing the kicker if they did not tip it, Mike.
It all depends on if they tipped it because he's going back to pick the flag up now and going to make a call here, signal something to the fans. But I tell you,
yeah, he's going to call it.
Yeah, it's going to be running into the kicker, though. It's only a 5-yard penalty. So
no, I think he called the personal foul.
Well, let's go back and see what they do here. Yeah, it's definitely hit the kicker. He did not block the punt. Blake Mays, a little bit shorter punt than we're used to with Mays, which is why I thought it might have been tipped. Mays usually good for 35 to 40-yard punts, and usually they're really high. That time he rushed to get it off under the heavy pressure, and now they mark the ball all the way out near the 20. It's on the 19, so that's going to make it 4th and about 1. No, it's going to be a first down.
Wow, what a huge break for our Wildcats.
That's a huge break because, you know, in high school, a personal foul doesn't automatically give you the first down. So they needed that yardage. That 15 yards was just what they needed. And now Richmond Hill, all kind of pursuit on this defensive front. They're fired up. They're getting after it. And we run Roden around the right end on a jet sweep that time, and it goes for a loss.
Yeah, nothing doing that time on the jet sweep play as the Wildcats caught a huge break.
That's the end of the third quarter. We're going to move it to the fourth quarter. The Cats with an 8-point lead, 28-20. We'll come back after this 30-second timeout and bring you the remainder of this ball game. Wildcats on top by 8. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
For over 50 years, dependable heating and air conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for dependable heating and air conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's dependable heating and air conditioning, 259-6546.
Well, 12 minutes of football remaining here in Brunswick, Georgia, as the Wildcats taking part of this Florida-Georgia clash, and ahead right now 28-20, an 8-point lead over the Richmond Hill Wildcats. The Wildcats of Baker County doing battle with these Wildcats from Richmond Hill. We got a big first down after that punt a moment ago. They called roughing the kicker, Blake Mays. We were able to get the first down after that by a yard, so then we lost about 5 yards on the carry, so now it brings up a second down and 15 from inside the 15-yard line. Davion Dean in the shotgun. He's going to take it and fire it to the left side. A catch is made, but that Richmond Hill defense showing a lot of pursuit, and Kanias Williams caught the ball out of the backfield. He's only able to pick up 3 yards that time, Jackie. Richmond Hill, for some reason, has really turned up the pursuit here late in this ballgame.
Yeah, they have here in the fourth quarter. And I'm going to tell you what, Kanias Williams picked up 3 yards, and that was all Kanias Williams. Nothing really doing on that play, but he just fights and bounces off of would-be tacklers to pick up what he can.
Third down now for the Cats. They need about 13 yards to keep this drive alive and not give the football back to Richmond Hill, who's found some resurgence here, found some momentum. Davion Dean hit as he throws it. Looks down the field, and the ball's thrown over the head of everybody, and it's going to be fourth down. And that time, one of those linebackers came in late in the play and drilled Davion as he threw the football.
Oh, my goodness, yeah. I know that one didn't feel good, Davion, but look at the toughness. Gets right back up and jogs over to the sideline, but he just hangs in the pocket and gets tattooed as he lets the ball go, and it's going to fall incomplete, and the Wildcats are going to be forced to punt. Forced to punt here from deep inside our own territory. Mays gets off a good one, and it'll go all the way down to the 33-yard line of Richmond Hill, where they'll have to put it in play. They trail by 8, so they need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to get back into a tie with these Wildcats of Baker County. But our defense back on the field, see if we can force a 3-and-out here against this Richmond Hill group. Expect a lot of that run between the tackles here, Jack. You would think so, but they've had a little success in that intermediate pass game. Found something they like there, so we're going to see here down 8 with 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. See if they push the issue on this drive, Mike, or content with just moving it down the field.
Richmond Hill puts the ball in play from the 33-yard line. Goldrick, the quarterback, the big senior, 6'2", 210-pounder. He's going to hand it off to number 2, and number 2's gotten most of the carries tonight, and he's only going to get a couple of yards on this play. 2 yards out to the 35-yard line.
Good job that time again. The turf monster helped us out on that one as Gilliard looked to cut back and slip, so a short gain on first down.
Yeah, he only got one. It'll be second down and 9. Goldrick in the shotgun again. 2 receivers to the top of the field. Going to fake the handoff to Gillard. Fire one across the middle. He's got a man running wide open out across midfield, and a tackle made out there. A good play fake at the line of scrimmage, and he looked downfield, and he had Andrew Matthews, number 8, the wide receiver, breaking free, and he's tackled just across midfield, and Richmond Hill, big play, gives him a first down in Wildcat territory.
And I'm not sure exactly what's happening there, Mike. That's right in between the linebackers and those safeties. Richmond Hill has found a lot of success tonight and goes right back to it.
Well, it's a good play-action fake, you know. It's just straight play action at the line of scrimmage. He fakes the handoff in there, and then looks to throw immediately, and he found his receiver. But that time, he does hand it off, and after the handoff, the Wildcats with Seth Chestnut get in there and force a big loss on the play.
Man, Seth Chestnut, a guy we have called on a bunch tonight, comes up with another play, another sophomore out there, Mike, on this Baker County defense. So these young guys getting it done.
Under 10 minutes to go in the ballgame. Wildcats with an 8-point lead, 28-20 over Richmond Hill. They're going to swing a pass out here to the right side. That's Grant, number 3. Grant's been a big playmaker for them tonight, and he's going to pick up about 6 yards on the play out to the right side, bringing up a 3rd down for this Richmond Hill offense.
That time, that wide receiver screen, Grant tried to get back to the middle of the field where he had some success last time. Baker County defense able to get a stop. Going to bring up a huge 3rd down.
Yeah, they're going to need a big 4 yards here to get the 1st down and keep this drive alive. Jackie, with 9:26 on the clock, are you thinking they're in 4-down territory?
You know, I mean, given their special teams woes tonight, I would think as soon as they crossed the 50, they were in 4-down territory.
They're at the 36-yard line, and I agree with you. They hand it off to Gillard. Gillard bouncing it outside, and he only picks up a yard. He needed 4, and they're going to be 3 yards short. But I'm with you. Their punter punted 1 time tonight, or punted 4 times tonight, and maybe got 40 yards between the 4 kicks.
I was going to say, Blake Mays has got 1 punt longer than all of the other punts combined for Richmond Hill.
3 yards they need now. It's 4th down. Let's see what Richmond Hill decides to do. They need to get it inside the 32-yard line for the 1st down, and the ball is just outside the 34. So we'll call it a 3-yard gain that they need on 4th down. Quarterback is Goldrick. They don't go to the Wildcat formation here. They send a man in motion. Goldrick going to give it to Gillard, and Gillard's going to get hit. Squirt ahead for the 1st down, and he was hit. His first, the first contact was back around the 35-yard line. Would have been a stop, but he fights his way down to the 31-yard line and picks up just enough for the 1st down.
Oh, I thought that Wildcat defense was going to come up with another huge 4th down play there, Mike. They had him stopped. You called it. 2 yards deep, but just a good second effort that time by Gilliard.
I tell you, the Wildcats are wondering maybe his knee hit the ground back there, I think, and kind of wondering what's going on here, looking for some answers from the officials, and not sure what they're talking about exactly. But he was hit. His initial pursuit was right there at the 35-yard line and would have been a loss on the play, but he fought out of it, able to sneak ahead, got to the 30-yard line and would have been a 1st down, but the Wildcats had to get some explanation with something. Looks like Coach Mays got the explanation needed. It'll be 1st and 10 Richmond Hill.
I don't know. The White Hat was looking for the head coach, and I don't know what exactly he had to tell him. Maybe tell your kids quit hitting so hard or something. I'm not sure.
I don't know either. 1st down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Richmond Hill, Goldrick in the shotgun. They trail the Baker County Wildcats by 8 late in the ball game. This has been an exciting ball game back and forth, and there's something they're letting the crowd know here, and I'm not sure exactly what it is. We're a long way away from the field, so not sure how to tell that. They hand the ball up in the middle. It goes to around the 28, maybe a 2-yard gain. Another different ball carrier here. This is not the normal carrier, so Joshua Ulrich, and a flag down on the play here. Looks like they flagged Grant for holding out on the edge. 2-yard gain wiped out. They'll mark this one back 10 yards, so a big break for the Cats again here with the penalty flags flying. I think both teams, when you really go back and assess this, there's been some big plays in this ball game. Both teams have played hard. It's been a physical game, Jackie, as you always expect, but both teams, these penalties, they're going to have to go back and just figure out some way, what's going on with the penalty. You see there, one of the Wildcats gets pushed from behind by one of the Richmond Hill players after the play. And you got to wipe out some of these penalties as the season goes along, especially when you get into district play.
No, but I will tell you this. I hope Coach Mays goes back and looks at that play right there and tells Tucker Thrift what a great job he did to not react to that. He clearly got shoved in the back after the play and didn't retaliate, because had he retaliated, that's who would have got called.
Who would have got the call. After the penalty, they move it all the way back here. The scoreboard only shows a 2nd and 10, but it's really a lot longer than that. It should be like a 2nd and 20. And now it's going to be a 3rd down after the incomplete pass.
I think the scoreboard guys are probably dozing off too, Mike.
We got probably got an Oregon or BYU game on TV at this point in time. My goodness. 7:50 to go in the ball game. You got a 8-point Wildcat lead, 28-20, as we head down the stretch here. Goldrick in the shotgun on 3rd down. They need over 20 here. He's going to fire one out to the right side, and he's got a receiver. They're going to get all of the yardage and more as he's going to break away at the 10, goes to the 5, and into the end zone. A huge play for Richmond Hill on 3rd down and 22. Goldrich looked back, found his receiver, Nick Bliss, found him around the 20-yard line. Then he broke 3 Wildcat tackles to get into the end zone.
We don't have anything for that right now, Mike. They've had so much success running that slot receiver right down the seam and just finding room in between those linebackers and safeties. And that time he bounces off a Baker County defender and able to find the end zone.
Well, this time they're going to try the 2-point conversion because they trail by 2, 28-26. And what's become a barn burner here late in the second half, Richmond Hill needs this 2-point conversion to tie the game. Goldrich drops the pass. He fires it to the goal line, and it's not going to convert. The Wildcats are going to turn them away as Grant, even if he would have pulled that one in, it fell incomplete. He would have been short of the goal line. They tried to hit Grant on a little turnaround right there at the goal line, and it's no good, and the Wildcats have stopped the 2-point conversion. So just as I said at halftime, Jackie, it was a 14-13 game. The difference in the game was the point after touchdowns, and it still is, 28-26. They failed on 2 point after touchdown tries, and that's the difference in this 2-point lead for the Wildcats.
Yeah, we talked about it a minute ago. You're going back and forth, you know, and the Baker County Wildcats just able to maintain that 1 and now 2-point lead. So,
well, yeah, I mean, credit Blake Mays, 4 for 4 tonight, 4 for 4 tonight, kicking those extra points through the uprights, and that's the difference in the ball game. 2 points, 7:42 to go in the game. They've got it teed up. They're going to kick it away, kick it deep here to the Wildcats, and the Wildcats will get a chance to return this one, I would think. Nope, it's going to go into the end zone. Touchback for the Cats. They'll start it from the 20-yard line with 7:42 on the clock. Jackie, hold on to your hats. This has become a barn burner here at the end of the ball game.
My goodness, what a defensive battle in the first and second quarter here. 14-13 going into halftime, and now all of a sudden it seems like when one scores, the other one answers. And so here we are at 28-26. Baker County leads. 7:42 left to go in the fourth quarter, and this Baker County offense trying to figure it out.
Davion Dean stands back around his 15, takes the snap, gives it off up the middle, and again, Richmond Hill has pursued well at the line of scrimmage in this second half. And Jackie, you said that 14-13 lead at halftime. You know what the second half score is? 14-13.
Well, there you go.
28-26.
I'll take winning by 1 or 100.
That's right. Second down play, second down and 10. No gain on the first down run for the Cats. Now the Cats split out 5 receivers, 2 to the top of the field, 3 to the bottom. The ball right in the middle of the field here. Davion Dean going to take it and run it himself, as he was just going to straight quarterback keeper on that play. They split everybody out, receivers, 5 receivers, no backs in the backfield. Dean was going to run that one. He gained nothing going around the end, and a flag came in on the play.
Yeah, I tell you, I'm like you, Mike. I don't know where this Richmond Hill defense came from, but in this second half, they have been flying all over the football field.
Well, they like the outcome of the play there because they declined the holding penalty. So a 2-yard loss on the play back to the 18-yard line. They declined the holding to make it a 3rd down and 12. They just want the ball back. Davion Dean in the shotgun. Wildcats with a 2-point lead facing a 3rd and 12. Dean going to fire one. He's under pressure. He's going to get hit from behind. Now he fires it late, looking down the field, and it's going to be incomplete. Flags all over the field again. We'll have to check the flags. Could be in the area of holding again. If it is, they'll probably decline it and get a punt.
That time Davion Dean rolls out of the pocket.
Another holding call. This Richmond Hill team has really turned up the intensity on defense here in this late stages of this ball game, Jackie, and they didn't have that in the first half tonight. I mean, they played solid all night long, but the intensity at the line of scrimmage has really been kicked up here in the last quarter and a half.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You're right. It was a good game in the first half, but, man, they are just flying to the football here.
Blake Mays takes the snap. He gets the punt away. Good high punt from Mays. Fair catch called for back at the 45, but now Richmond Hill only trailing by 2, and they get the ball with good field position, 6.5 minutes to go in this game. So the Wildcat defense is going to have to come up with a huge stop here, as Richmond Hill only needs a field goal to go on top in this football game here late, and they've got good field position. And it's a game, honestly, Jackie, if you sit back and look at this, I feel like, aside from the recent intensity that this Richmond Hill defense has had, I feel like the Wildcats have been in control, and I felt like they were going to kind of win this game the whole time, and now it's in doubt as we get down here toward the end.
Yeah, you're going to rely on your young defense here with 6:37 left to go in the fourth quarter, clinging to a 2-point lead. You're going to rely on this young defense to hopefully get a stop, as Richmond Hill is going to start with good field position on this drive.
Well, we hope that this defense can take a look at that defensive intensity that Richmond Hill's been playing with, and let's play with that same intensity here, even though I would imagine it's really past everybody's bedtime here,
I'm telling you, it's way past my bedtime. I need a cup of coffee or a pillow stat.
My friend John Meadows over there at Glen Baptist, every time I go to commercial, I'm just afraid that maybe he's asleep and he's not going to hear me. So.
that could have been a technical difficulty. He just dozed off and accidentally flipped the switch.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness. 2-1 on the season so far, this Richmond Hill football team. They're trying to come back and score late to make it a 3-1 record against these Cats. The Cats 1-0 officially on the year, but we've got that game with Bradford High that we've got to make up coming from the first week of the season. We got that rescheduled on Thursday night, October the 6th. If you didn't hear me say that earlier, Thursday night, October the 6th, we'll play at 6 o'clock at Memorial Stadium to resume that game that Bradford was leading 21-0 in the second quarter. So we'll get a chance to resume that game at that time, October the 6th. Next week, the Wildcats will be at home facing the Baldwin Indians. 7 o'clock kickoff from Memorial Stadium next Friday night. They swing one out here to the left side, and a catch is made over on that far sideline, and the receiver's going to go out of bounds, picks up about 8 yards on the play. So we're down to 6.5 minutes to go. Richmond Hill feels like they kind of smell it here a little bit, Jackie, and they're going to go after it. The Wildcat defense is going to have to stand up.
Yeah, I thought they were content, Mike, when they started this game, just give it to Gillard and kind of try to force the issue in between the tackles. But here in the second half, they found something in the pass game that they really like and are sticking to it.
6.5 minutes to go, 28-26. Wildcats on top by 2. It's a 2nd down and 3 for Richmond Hill. They need to get inside the Wildcat 43-yard line for a first down. Man, they're taking forever. Goldrick, the quarterback, he's going back to the shotgun, and I'm not sure what the delay is here. The ball's set. The chains, I guess, they marked that a first down. He didn't get a first down on the play, I didn't think. It was around, I thought he had about an 8-yard game, but he's got a first down now. They give it to him out to the 46-yard line there. First down and 10, that was the delay. They were waiting on the chains to move. I didn't think they were going to. It's going to be intercepted as Goldrick goes across the middle, and Cale Cruz had a chance at picking that one off in the middle, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Oh, Cale Cruz, what a play that time. He drops back into coverage there on the pass, and they've had so much success there. And Cale Cruz was drooling at that one, Mike.
He'll be thinking about that one for a couple of days, as he had a chance at a big interception there and just couldn't quite get it. 2nd down play, 2nd down and 10 from the 45. Goldrick in the shotgun, going to hand this one off, and this is going to be Gillard running left end, and he runs over somebody and runs over somebody else and ends up with 11 yards and another first down for Richmond Hill.
Oh, my goodness. That time Gillard was taking no prisoners as he runs right over 2 Wildcat defenders on that play.
Oh, my goodness. A violent run. First down and 10 now for Richmond Hill. Right at 6 minutes to go in the football game. They're going to run Gillard. No, they're going to throw the football across the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. They faked the handoff inside on the play action to Gillard that time. Threw it down the field. Incomplete on the play. It'll be second down and 10.
That time, give credit to that Wildcat defensive line. as they were right in the face of the Richmond Hill quarterback. Makes him sail that one over the receiver's head.
Second down, 5:57 to go in the football game. Wildcats of Baker County clinging to a 2-point lead here as we get late in the action. From the 35 of Baker County, Richmond Hill, the quarterback, Goldrick in the shotgun, takes the snap. Now he's going to run. He comes up to the 35. Wildcats pursuing down to the 32. A good tackle made out there, an open field tackle made. A great job. Was that Cale Cruz came up there?
Yes, that was Cale Cruz again. What a great job from that outside linebacker spot. Able to run the quarterback down, and he may have picked up a yard on that play, Mike, but looked like he had a lot of green grass over there.
Yeah, when he first took off, it looked like he had room to go. Cruz came up and just closed down and made a nice tackle as he picked up 2 yards on the play, makes it a 3rd down and 8. And Cruz almost with the interception a moment ago. A couple of big plays here late in the ball game. Give him a pass breakup and a tackle there. 3rd down and 8. Now Richmond Hill in 4-down territory at the 33 of the Wildcats. Goldrick, 2 receivers to the top of the field, and now a timeout is going to be called by Richmond Hill. They didn't like what they saw. Down to 5:04 to go in this ball game, Jackie, and as we catch a little break here, I tell you what, man, you were right. Entertaining game, back and forth. You know, one team goes ahead by 8 points, the other one closes it back up, and here we are with a 2-point lead. 5 minutes to go. This will be a great win for the Wildcats of Baker County to get on their resume with a trip up here to this Florida-Georgia clash. You know, we talked about the fact that out of these 6 games that have been played so far, 2 have been won by the Florida team and 4 have been won by the Georgia team. So we could kind of narrow that gap just a little bit with a, you know, make it a 4-3 deal if we can come away with this win.
Yeah, and with these young teams like this, Mike, what you want to do is you want to establish confidence early. You know, the Bradford County game didn't turn out early the way we wanted it to go, but then you come back with a hard-fought win against Oakleaf. You love nothing more than to face this Richmond Hill team and get out of here, just scratch and claw your way to a victory, come out of Brunswick, Georgia with a win, be one of those Florida teams to say we went up there and did our part.
That's right.
And continue on the season and give these guys some confidence going into district play next week.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And chance to go 2-0 on the season here. Goldrick now 3rd down and 8. Takes the snap. He's going to be sacked way back around the 45-yard line. The Wildcats do a great job. That's Spurlock, one of the captains of the game tonight, gets back there for a sack right when the doctor ordered it.
Oh, my goodness. The doctor needed it, Mike. What a huge play that time. The Wildcat defense on their heels a little bit, and one of the captains, Avery Spurlock, just shows why he returns on this defense and gets to go out there with the C on his chest with a huge play on 3rd down.
And credit Tucker Thrift for the pressure up the middle, forced the quarterback to roll to his left right into Spurlock as he was coming in off that left end. Now you're looking at a long 4th down. They need about 15 yards for the 1st down. 4th down, this could be a huge play toward the end of this game, and now a timeout called by Richmond Hill. That might be their last. No, that'll be their 2nd timeout. They'll only have 1 remaining, 4:15 to go in the ball game.
Oh, my goodness, and them wasting a timeout there, Mike, you love nothing more. You want to get a stop anyway, but now if you get a stop and they're burning these timeouts, that Wildcat offense is going to have a chance to get the ball back and run a bunch of time off the clock, but let's get a stop right here. Richmond Hill's had a couple things going for them in the passing game. We need another huge pass breakup by one of these Wildcat defenders.
Yeah, just anything. Just stop them. Sure. I mean, they can even catch the pass. Just don't let them get beyond 15 yards here. You can play a little bit of a safe defense here and keep them from getting down the field too far and turn over on downs. This is huge. And if the Wildcat defense can make this stop, now you're looking at Richmond Hill, who have really, after this possession, only 1 timeout remaining. So only 4 minutes on the clock. If the Wildcats can burn a couple of 1st downs, you know, make them use their timeout, then you can kind of salt the game away. So this is a huge play on defense if you're able to stop this conversion for this Richmond Hill offense. Goldrick's going to come out. They need 16. We just want to give them 15 or less, right?
Do you dial up the pressure here?
Well, it's always good. I feel like it's always good to bring the pressure. 4th down play. They're going to fire one across the middle, and he's going to get a 1st down. They're inside the 20, and he found his receiver, Grant, the guy that's killed the Wildcats all night long tonight. And Grant, not only is he going to get the 1st down, he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. And so instead of the Wildcats stopping them on fourth, now we're going to have to get the ball back and go down the field and score a touchdown to win this football game.
My goodness, Mike, how many times are they going to run the same route and the same play right there in this Wildcat defense? Man, we just don't have an answer for it. Just right up the seam again, and a bunch of missed tackles on that play as Grant was not going to be denied and gets into the end zone to put Richmond Hill up.
5 tackles, 5 missed tackles going down toward the end zone that time for Grant as he's able to get it into the end zone, and now they're going to go for 2. Going for 2 would make it a 6-point game. The Wildcats already would need a touchdown to go back and win this game with 4 minutes remaining, but the 2-point conversion would force the Wildcats to be good on their extra point as they're going to go for 2. Ran the same play they ran the last time, and again, short of the goal line. So only a 4-point lead for Richmond Hill, but what that does do is take away the chance for you to win it with a field goal or tie it with a field goal. The Cats are going to need 6 points, and they're going to need it in less than 4:05 at the end of this game to retake the lead. And, Jackie, it's other than a 7-7 ball game early, the Wildcats have led pretty much this entire way. Richmond Hill takes their first lead of this ball game with 4:05 to go.
Oh,
Can
man.
you believe it?
Well, yeah, and I mean, if you want to be leading at the beginning or the end, I think everybody in their right mind knows when it'd be.
Oh, my God.
Now you're going to rely on this Wildcat offense who stumbled here in this second half a little bit to get something going.
Yeah, going to need a big play, and we've got the playmakers to do it. You know, we saw Cam Smith on a 90-yard touchdown reception earlier in the ball game, and we've got the guys that can break the game breakers, as you call them, on our side of the field. We're just going to need a couple of big plays here and get down the field. 4:05 to go. The Cats will take over at the 20-yard line, first down and 10 from there, trailing by 4 in a different position than they've been all night long.
Yeah, 4:05 left. The Wildcats have their 3 timeouts remaining here, so plenty of time to go down. You don't have to get in any hurry, do anything crazy. You take your young quarterback, tell him, listen, we have time, we have timeouts, take your time. Let's methodically move down the field and try to score a touchdown here.
Ball right in the middle of the field. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Straight give right up the middle, and Cam Smith has tons of speed, and he's gone to the house. 50 to the 45 to 40. Cam Smith down the sideline, 1 man to beat, and he's going to do it. 80 yards. It took less than 30 seconds for the Wildcats to get back on the board as Cam Smith goes 80 yards, and the Wildcats regain the lead. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? 34 to 32, the Cats back on top as Cam Smith just went 80 yards. Look at this, Jackie. On the replay on the Jumbotron, you see Smith go to the middle and just absolutely take the man out of his shoes, got to the sideline. He had a man to beat, and then he put another move on him and took it to the house. 80 yards, Cam Smith. What a run.
You said it. We got some one-hitter quitters, man, and Cam Smith is one and puts the Wildcats back on top.
And I said we had the playmakers to do it. 35 to 32 with 3:52 to go in the ball game, and that gives the Cats the 3-point lead. So now a field goal to tie for Richmond Hill as they have 3:52. Only took 1 play. Let's send it back to the station. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout as we come down here toward the end of this game. 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat Football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say go Wildcat.
And we welcome you back here. Brunswick, Georgia, Baker County, the 80-yard touchdown run by Cam Smith and the point-after touchdown by Blake Mays. He's perfect, 5 for 5 tonight. The Cats with a 3-point lead. Richmond Hill with the football. They've got 3:46 to either tie this thing up or go back on top with a touchdown. The Cats just need a big stop.
Yeah, huge stop again. This defense trying to find its way in that passing game a little bit. Richmond Hill content with just methodically moving it down the field on those intermediate routes.
First down play, they're going to give it to Gillard. Gillard running, now has to reverse his field, going to pick up about 4 yards back to the center of that field out to the 34-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6.
What great hustle that time by Seth Chestnut. Missed the initial tackle. Gillard tried to cut back, and Chestnut runs him down from behind.
Gillard's a feature back for this Richmond Hill football team. He's done the bulk of the running for this team, but they have shown some other guys. But watch out for that receiver. Number 3, Rayvon Grant. He's been the threat when they go to the passing game, which they do again. Second down play. They're going to throw it out here to number 8 this time, and he's going to take it across midfield into Wildcat territory down to the 47, and that was Andrew Matthews. Big tight end on the play, makes the catch.
Yeah, and that's who they were looking for in that last series a couple times, Mike. So 3:02 left here in this fourth quarter. Baker County clinging to a 35-32 lead, and Richmond Hill driving.
Wildcats with all 3 timeouts remaining in this football game as it ticks under 3 minutes to go. Richmond Hill only 1 timeout remaining. That could be a factor. From the 47 of Baker County, Goldrick takes the snap, gives it off. And the running back is going left side, and he runs over a couple of Wildcats, and he runs down the sideline before being brought out of bounds inside the 10-yard line, but a huge run, a 40-yard gain on the play. And, my goodness, Zion Gillard has been a workhorse.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Mike. And he's not a guy at 215 pounds you want to tackle high. And if you don't believe me, ask one of those Wildcat defenders that tried it, and Gillard able just to stiff arm him to the ground and pick up 20 more yards.
Looked like one of those Derrick Henry. You remember when they played the Jaguars and Derrick Henry just stiffed arm his way down the sideline, just knocking guys down. That's what he looked like. But they are going to be 1st and goal, and they're 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. So a big situation here with 2:37 to go in this ball game. The Wildcats just came back, took the lead on the 80-yard run, and now they stuffed the running back here. On the first down play, 1st and goal from the 8 goes for nothing, and it'll be 2nd down and goal from there, and a flag comes in at the end. Was that a flag that came in at the end, Jackie?
Maybe a mouthpiece.
Okay, maybe so. Either way, 2nd down and goal from the 8 now. That wasn't a flag. I thought he threw a flag there at the end with some late pushing and shoving on that tackle, but that was not a flag. 2nd down and goal. Goldrick in the shotgun. Goldrick's going to hand it off again. Running back finds a little bit of room this time, but only about 2 yards. They're trying to push the pile, and the officials need to blow that dead. They just pushed the pile. They were stopped around the 6-yard line. They pushed it down to around the 4-yard line. Gillard, the big running back, on the sidelines here. It'll be 3rd down and goal. You're thinking that, a field goal here puts them ahead or ties the game. At 35, they're going to bring Gillard back in. So you would think if the Wildcats can just stop here on 3rd down, they'll have to try the field goal to tie the game.
Yeah, there's going to be a huge stop here for this Wildcat defense. I don't want to know what they're going to do. Clock ticking under 1:30 now, Mike. Need a stop.
Under 1:30. It'll go under a minute on this play. 3rd down play, they run the Wildcat, and they are going to get down to the 2-yard line, and they got a decision to make now. A decision to make as we stuff them at the 2-yard line. It's going to be 4th and goal. Do you kick the field goal and try to tie this thing up and maybe play for overtime, or do you try to win it?
My goodness, from 2 yards out, your big running back, Gillard, looks like he's gassed a little bit, Mike, but he's not coming off the field, so they may be content here with trying to take the lead.
But what are they doing? Are they calling timeout, or are they letting the clock run? The clock should have been running the whole time if there wasn't a timeout on the field. They blew it dead at the 2-yard line, but the clock didn't run until just a moment ago. Now it's well under a minute now to go, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Gillard left the field, came out of the game. Goldrick is not in there either. They've got a Wildcat, and I believe that's Grant. They hand it off to the fullback. He's going to be hitting the backfield, and the Wildcats are going to win this game.
Wow.
They tried a little trickeration. They put Grant back there, and they put number 8, Andrew Matthews, the guy that caught a pass a moment ago, and Derek Major was not fooled. He came off the end, and he tackled him, a sure tackle, and the Wildcats are going to get a 3-point win here. My goodness, what a play. Game-saving play. How about that? Huge play right there for that Wildcat defense. Derek Major.
My goodness, what a great goal line stand that is.
Yeah, and I'm still not sure after that 3rd down play. Nobody called timeout. I'm not sure why the clock wasn't running. It finally was, but now with 34 seconds left, Davion Dean should be able to take a knee. They've only got one timeout. You take a knee here once, force them to call their timeout, then take another knee, the game's over. The Wildcats will line it up, ahead by 3. This is going to be a huge win for these Cats. They have to bring the chains all the way down here. I don't know where the chains were. Where would they have gone?
They were getting out of there, man.
Why'd they leave? 1st down for the Cats. You should be able to just take a knee here. Dean takes a knee. They'll have to burn a timeout here, which they can do if they want to, but it won't matter. The Cats will just have to snap it one more time, and the game's over. Richmond Hill, they're showing one timeout. They may have used them all. Yeah. Either way, that's going to do it. Cats come up to Georgia, and we were looking for a win to steal, and we got one.
My goodness, what a great game this was. Came down to the wire. A goal line stand by this young Wildcat defense. Man, you can't script this stuff, Mike. I'm telling you. What a game.
Congratulations to Kevin Mays and these Wildcats. They moved to 2-0 on the season. Big win last week against Oakleaf in a tight game. Big win here on the road in Georgia. And they helped the Florida side of this thing bring it to a 4-3 deal, Jackie. So a good win. That gives Florida 3 wins in this clash and Georgia 4. So it makes it look not so bad for the Florida teams, right?
Yeah, sure. Well, my Florida team won, so I'll take it. Behind the legs of Davion Dean and Kanias Williams and Cam Smith, and then, my goodness, this defense just coming up the second half, you're just reeling and on your heels a little bit. But the biggest stop of the night comes on 4th and goal from the 2-yard line. Man, what a play. What a game by these guys.
Well, I tell you, congratulations to all these guys. I tell you, the player of the game, I've got to give to Cam Smith. The guy caught a 90-yard touchdown pass. He ran the 80-yard, what eventually turned into the game winner there, touchdown run a moment ago as the Wildcats put together that one-play drive that they needed. Tip your cap to Blake Mays. He made all 5 of those extra points that he needed tonight, and that was the difference in the game. You know, we made our extra points, and they didn't, Jackie. And, you know, both teams end up with 5 touchdowns on the night. One of them gets all their extra points, the other one doesn't, and that sometimes it'll come back to bite you in high school football for sure, and we get the 3-point win. What a huge 3-point win for these Cats. They're going to celebrate for a night and then go get ready to face Baldwin this week in the first district contest of the year back at Memorial Stadium Friday night, 7 o'clock. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, going to be a great game, and again, you said it, district play. Going to start this Friday night, so come on out. Let's support these guys. They're getting it going, building some confidence, going into district play. I'd love nothing more than to see Memorial Stadium packed out on Friday night, Mike.
Hey, I'm not going to make John Meadows stay through any more commercial breaks, Jackie. We're going to send him home. Let's send it home here from Brunswick, Georgia. Thank you to everyone who listened in to Wildcat Football tonight. Again, thanks to all the sponsors that made it possible. And thanks to John Meadows and the guys at WFBB over there in Glen St. Mary, Glen Baptist Church, keeping us on the air every year with Wildcat Football. Wildcats win it. They move to 2-0. We'll head back to McClenny tonight, and we'll talk to everyone this week as we get ready to face the Baldwin Indians. Good night, everybody. You've been listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 WFBB.